Good evening and welcome back to Hall of Fame College Football with Jason and the coach. I'm your host, Jason Watkins. The coach will maybe be in, but it'll be late if he does. But if you love college football, you know you're in the right place. So before you forget, smash that red subscriber button, like our videos, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss one moment of Hall of Fame College Football. Thank you guys for being patient for a minute, if you were patient. Hey, what's up, guys? Good to see everybody. Collins McDaniel, goated, Sooner Cowboys, don't you start. Chicken 1515, Kyle Dupuis. We are bringing in our special guest for tonight. Finally found a way to get him in here on this stream. Got our boy Bishop Frank with us. What's up, man? How you doing? Can you hear me? Oh, he's frozen. Up moving around, got him frozen. Let's see. Oh well. All right. Maybe he'll be back in a second. Let's see. Let's see what's up. Good to see everybody in here. When the moon hits your eye like a big piece of pie. That's assault. Yeah, okay. It could be. Like a bag doctor. No patience. No patience. Yeah, that's true. What up, Sooner Freak, Sooner Legend? Timothy Green, hey, man, there he is. Yeah, it's been a rough season there, boss. It's been a rough season. Hey, man, good to see everybody in here, though. Sooner in Texas, Sooner Legend, Sooner Freak, Drewski, Topher B, Go to Collins McDaniel. What's up, Collins, man? Good to see you, guy. Sooner Cowboys Chicken, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. We're going to talk a little bit about a lot of stuff, but I think obviously the big questions that are on everybody's mind, we obviously got to talk a little bit about what's going on with Michael Fasusi. Is he going to be flipping to Texas or Texas A&M possibly? I think it's possible. I also think that this happening at this time may be signal to something we don't want to see. So we're not going to get a ton into that to that, because to be honest with you, nobody knows, and we can speculate all you want to, but the truth is there's not a whole lot you can say or do about it. At the moment, you just got to hope that whatever happens, you know. It just kind of is what it is. I would hope that you continue to keep him, and if you saw what Michael Fasusi said, he still said that he was still all in. So we'll see, you know. What's up there, Bishop Frank?
What's good?
How you doing, man? Good to see you.
I'm in his house. I see Jason cooking again.
That's what he does.
Yes, sir.
What's up with you, man? How's your day?
Oh, man, busy.
All
busy.
Right.
Just glad to be in the place.
Hey, man, glad to have you, as always. Always. Yeah, I guess this is probably where I guess we could start. Kyle, thank you for this one. And we kind of talked about this a little bit yesterday, and this has kind of been my concern right here, is that I figured you're looking for a bowl game. And honestly, it's not even as much about the bowl game stuff, although that's the goal. No matter what, your goal is to be able to get into a bowl game. But
right.
My thing right now is you're starting to have to look towards next year. I mean, no matter if you get in or don't get in, you need to keep one of these quarterbacks in the fold. Let me tell you something, guys. You're not keeping Jackson. It's not happening. Might as well just figure it out. It's not happening, right? So if you want to keep Michael Hawkins, which would mean keeping Malik Hawkins, who's in this class, I think that you need to play him, and it doesn't appear that that's the case. What are your thoughts on that?
I think you hit it just on the head, man. There's no time like the present. We can't waste time anymore. We're on the clock. So I totally agree.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, man. It just kind of sucks. And hey, Mars Jams, my guy. What's up, Ben G? Yeah. Does a bowl help keep anyone? I don't know. What a bowl does is that, because you could keep, if you are keeping them, you've got extra practices, an extra 15 practices. That's important, guys. No matter what it is, no matter what we're talking about, that's important. So
what it does is it allows the youth to really sink their teeth into something and actually get some live action. So,
Oh,
and that's
the
important right now because we got a lot of bodies that need to actually go not just practice but actual live action.
Right. Yeah, it looks like JA is the starter. That's correct. They've named him the team captain for the game, so that signals to me. Now it wasn't officially announced or anything like that, but he's been the starter, and so the fact that's just kind of the fact that that's where they are, it's kind of is what it is. So him being the captain, you would expect that they haven't changed anything. They're probably not going to put him as a captain if he's not going to play. And I don't. To me, just my my own opinion.
Yeah.
I believe that you've got a situation where I wouldn't even put him. I don't even know that I would play him at all. I don't know that I would even put him in a uniform necessarily after the way he kind of handled the game after the Mizzou game. Myself, hey, there, look at the hair. It's old Lisa Rawls, our favorite Alabama fan. Alabama fan, she said, I hope it is not Hawkins. The Tide faces Saturday, but as a secondary OU fan, I hope it is, and he stays. Thank you, man. I appreciate you coming in. Yeah, and I agree. I get what you're saying, but truth be told, I mean, look, the hope here for Oklahoma, to me, this is just me trying to be as normal as possible and not get too crazy. I'll let Bishop Frank do that part, but I'll tell you this. I don't expect Oklahoma to win this football game. I just don't. Now you're trying to get bowl eligible. If you can do some things defensively you got to make sure that you keep Jalen Milroe in the backfield. If you let him beat you with his feet, he's going to kill you with his arm. Plain and simple. If you cannot make this guy one-dimensional, you're toast. That's just to it, But if you make him just kind of beat you with his arm only and keep him in the backfield, you're going to have a chance to get some turnovers. I don't think he's the best passer in the world. I don't think he's bad, but I think he's a lot better whenever he's able to, get things going with his feet.
Yeah. I totally agree, Jason. More so than not is this game is going to be predicated on the fundamentals and being able to script plays and stay on course.
Right. Orca, why would you say why are you coming in here saying stuff like this? You know that I'm not going to even let this slide. I'm not going there. If they lose Fasusi, look, what are you first and foremost, let's just get this out of the way. If Fasusi decided to make the trip, that probably means he's gone. I would think if we're going to speculate, I would say he's probably gone. Now, he did say on Twitter that he's still committed to OU. He just wants to go watch football. Okay, fine. Why you're going to Texas to watch them play Kentucky instead of OU and Bama, I'm not sure. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
I started thinking a little bit. I would like for him to come watch us play Bama, but maybe he just knows that we need him and that he prefers to. He's seen enough of us and that he just wanted to go somewhere else. But he's still tied in. That's just me. That's just me being messy. You know how you said I can be messy tonight. I'm making gumbo. It takes all ingredients.
I don't buy it. I don't buy what you're saying. I'm not selling. I'm not buying what you're selling here. But I mean, you can be messy as you want to be. I'll try not to clean it up. But I'm.
You go ahead.
I mean, it is what it is.
I that's just me, just off the cuff, just wanting to have fun. The simple fact is it's just this young man is trying to make decisions, and he's a 5-star plus, so he's up there where he's weighing his option, and it just might be a ploy to get more money.
Well, I mean, listen, I get it. Here's the thing. I don't think that the money is going to be the thing. I'll tell you this much. From what I understand, the little game that we played with K. Chris and Chris Mason last week is a distinct possibility. I don't know that it's all the way a thing, but if Brent Venables is going to stay, it feels like they're going to reinvest some money back into it. What money that they wouldn't have to pay for buyout, which is like the buyout changes by like I think it's $12 million, right? So if you have a situation where you keep him, look, the offensive line is still going to be good even if you don't get Fasusi. They got a hell of a class in 24. They got a really good class in 23 of guys that are starting to contribute. Listen, Fasusi is kind of the face of the class, so I'd love to see him stick around. What I would tell you is that, you know, and Jay said something about this on his show earlier, one of his videos that he put out. And I agree with him 100%. We haven't had a ton of drama and crazy shit going on with our recruiting. We just haven't. As much as you would kind of expect it, because you've seen, look at how it's even been at Alabama, man. They had a lot of guys commit, decommit. And you know, now obviously they've still locked in a really, really good class, right?
Yeah.
But in the end, look, this would be one of the few that you've lost. You lost a couple of guys. Now, I don't understand how you let the Oklahoma kid get to USC. That's a bad look. I don't love it. But I don't know I mean, we're talking about a guy that he wasn't a guy that was going to be playing really soon for us anyway. You know what I mean? Not with the depth that you have on the D line, particularly if you get Dominic Williams coming back, which I think you do. But that money that we're talking about that they're going to infuse into the program, that's money that would be for 5 or 6 difference makers.
Yeah, well,
playmakers, guys that go sack the quarterback, guys that go, hey man, I picture going and chasing a kid like Cam Coleman. Let's get him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I see that as. Another quarterback to battle it out with Hawkins or whoever else we may have in the room, right? Sperry.
Yeah.
Jaden O'Neal may be reclassifying to come into this class as well. That's a big pickup. Also, that the more competition in that room, the better, because I think that's one of the bigger problems that you had this year was that it was handed to Jackson and he wasn't the guy. He just hasn't been the guy, man.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, and there's lots to that you know, we have shared some light on. But the simple fact is, when it's your moment, you got to shine, and you got to show that you're worthy of it. But there's a lot plays into it, and we done discussing plenty. So we'll see.
Yeah. Sooner in Texas. It says, what we got? I don't think the MFer is flipping. It's not called an official visit. I've heard. Yeah, and look, here's the thing. Let's just be real about that, about the policy. Okay, he can't really do anything about them. I mean, we've seen this receiver Cortez Mills he's been on a lot of trips, not official visits, but he's been locked in for a while, supposedly locked in, but he's been going on a lot of trips. I don't know if you end up keeping him or not. I think you're going to probably lose some people at some point, right? You're going to lose some of these guys. And look, you got to expect it because of the fact of the way you damn played. Now, you could end up with some guys. You may end up flipping some guys depending on who you pull in as this hire. I don't think that it's probably Dan Mullen. It doesn't seem like that's the case. But with the money that we've heard that they were planning to pay for him, you could go get Will Stein, like I've been saying.
Will Stein.
Doesn't sound like Will Stein is really that hard up the list. And BV was still, I think he feels like he's still kind of holding out hope for that. I don't know.
All I know, Jason, he said in this interview, we would want them to go ahead and finish out their season and finish what they were doing.
Who? What?
Coach Venables and his deal today. And there's pressure.
Okay.
It's possible. I want Stein.
Look,
So
man, I'm hoping you get Stein, because look, if you go get him, then that means more than likely you get Rashad Samples with him.
Yeah.
Top recruiter, one of the best recruiters in the country, if not the best recruiter in the country. He's got a great connection to his own father there at Duncanville. So you can start getting that pipeline working a little bit. They've won the last 2 state championships. They're going for another one this year. They look like they're going to win it. Look, I just think that it's one of those deals that you've got an opportunity here. Look, J.A. ain't going to be the guy. He's gone. But I think you can keep Jack. I think you can keep Michael Hawkins. And I think Michael Hawkins is the guy that you need to keep. We talked about this a little bit over the last couple of days. In college football in particular, and you're even starting to see this happen a lot more in the pros too, you got to have some mobility to you, man.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson wins a lot of damn football games, and he can't hit the broadside of a barn throwing the ball. Can't. But because he can kick your butt running it, they find ways to beat you, right? Now, they haven't won a Super Bowl yet, but that's neither here nor there. In college football, it's always been, if you're a guy that can run and throw, and make no mistake, folks, Hawkins can throw. They haven't turned him loose to throw much, but go back to what you saw in the Tennessee game where he was layering balls in there, throwing guys open. Him and Petaway had a great connection going on in there. I don't know what the hell was going on after that. I would just tell you that I think Seth Luttrell I don't think he had a damn clue what he was doing, or he knew exactly what he was doing and did that on purpose. One of the two. Go ahead. Speak.
Somebody was stirring the pot. Because how do you let's look at the pros and cons.
Bullshit.
How do you have 2 gentlemen that, if they had the proper alignment and quarterback coach, would be excelling, but both of them are plateauing and actually degressing?
Yeah, look. And would he leave a national championship caliber team for this piece of hot garbage? He would if he thought there was a chance that he could become the head coach of this piece of hot garbage that you're talking about there, Kyle. And Oklahoma had a bad year. This ain't a bad program. Let's not get it twisted. And what the hell has Oregon done yet? They haven't won their conference. They haven't won the Natty yet.
They're in position.
But I don't
Plain
care
and
if
simple.
they're in position. They're in position a lot. What do? What have they done?
They have to finish the deal.
They have the big 0 natties, man. The big 0.
Yeah, that's true.
They've got, you know how many times Dan Lanning's beaten Kalen DeBoer? Another big 0.
Right. Well, I just say this, whoever the OC is,
Blitz City. Just go figure that you would be in here for that one. I love
Big
it.
G.
What's up, my guy? How you been, man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Hey, if you want to, he said we're gonna win it, Jason. I like it. Hey, look, I tell you,
you better get the gumbo right.
I'm gonna tell you
having that wrong gumbo ingredients.
2 words. 2 words why they got a chance. Mateo Uiagalelei.
Yeah, he
Dog.
He done went to work down there.
Dog. Straight
yes.
up.
Yes.
That defense is pulling its weight there, right? We know that Dylan Gabriel is going to do his thing. He's not going to put them in a bad position. He's not
right. That's what I was going to say.
Interceptions, fumble the ball, none of that kind of stuff. He's also not going to beat anybody. He's just going to go out there and do enough. You know, I mean, he might beat somebody, but the thing is I do believe that you're probably looking at, Lanning's 0-3 against DeBoer. And he was favored 3 times, including 9.5 in last year's Pac-12 title game. That's right. Yeah. And I mean, you know, he probably should have won. He should have won in the regular season, and he wasn't kicking field goals down there in the first half. They ended up losing by 6, and they didn't kick 3 of them.
Yeah.
I've told you guys I don't have necessarily a problem with going for that in that instance. I also think that early in the game, I don't see the point in that. I think that you go get your points and do that. But at least the guy was dead set on this is how we're doing it, and they were ready. Hey, you don't have to like it, but the Uyunglele clan is a they're good with this crew.
Yeah, no doubt. But
Big
I
Dave's
will say this.
Big Dave's my guy. He's an often guest on this show.
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, Mateo's a bad dude. He's a bad dude. He's leading the Big Ten in sacks. He's got 8.5 sacks and like 10.5 sack tackles for a loss.
Mm-hmm.
He's balling out. He got a game-winning interception last week. He's kicking everybody's ass. So if Oregon's going to do anything, it's going to be because of what they do on defense, because they've always done a lot that. They've always been good offensively.
Yeah.
But you got to go out there and be able to dominate a game, and we haven't really seen them do that yet. They were able to stop Ohio State enough to get a win. It was at home. What's it going to look like in the neutral field? Assuming that you get Ohio State again. I mean, because let's be real, guys. Indiana ain't beating Ohio State. Come on now.
But I will say that I was mighty surprised by the 12-team playoffs, to say the least. Mighty surprise.
Hey,
they had 5 SEC teams in the top 12.
Hey, Kobe, you want to come in here and talk about it, bro? We'll let you come in here and talk about it if you want to. I'll send you a link. You can come in here and give us your reasoning for number one Oregon winning. Let me see. Hold on. I'll shoot you the link if you want to pop in your phone.
What's up?
If y'all haven't been over there checking out his podcast, man, you're missing out, because the Blitz City podcast is one of my favorite shows. I enjoy going on with them on FBS Fridays, but I love watching the stuff about the HBCU. And he's out there covering South Carolina State and just having a blast with it. He's giving great content, man. Love his content. Come on in here and talk to us about it, man.
No doubt
about it. Am I worried about Fasusi? I don't worry about any of them, man. I'll just be honest with you. I mean, yeah, would it suck if you don't get him? Yeah, kind of. You know what I mean? I think it kind of would.
Just the process.
He says, I'm at a party. You got me in a random bedroom, typing fast as hell, bro. Well, I'll put it to you this way. Since you're not going to come on and defend it, I believe in your HBCU picks more than I believe in Oregon. I'll just tell you that. I just gotta be real.
Big salute, Blitz City.
Anytime you want to, man, let me know, man. Looking forward to the Celebration Bowl stuff and everything as well, too, man. That's good stuff. All right. Am I worried about Michael Fasusi? Where is just my damn opinion? Where's he at? On here, in the gliding, we heading into deep water season. It is deep water season. You want to jump in there, Shouty?
Shouty.
I'll talk to him for a few minutes. Shouty.
Shoot, everybody knows right about now. Hey, no more potential. The Big 12, the Big 10. Listen to me. The 12-team playoffs is making a whole bunch of people. You better put up or shut up.
Yeah, true. Well, let's talk about that too. They obviously gave out the rankings tonight. Third week of it'd be CFP rankings, and let's talk about how it's shaping up right now. They've got this is some wild ass stuff, right? Some wild stuff, boys and girls. I gotta tell you, this one I'm not loving. Okay, I'll tell you what though. I will say this: I don't hate it. For the simple fact of that means that maybe college football ain't dead. They got Boise State at number 4. That's a bye week. That's a conference champion in the Mountain West. That right now they have them in the quarterfinals. Number 1, Oregon. Number 4, Boise State. 2, Texas. 3, Miami. Number 4, Boise State. Let's see. It goes to then. The 5 is. See, they doing them wrong, man. That ain't even right. Who do they got? It's Ohio State at number 5. They got BYU at 12. So that means if you're looking at it now, the Big 12 is going to be pissed about it because that means only their champion gets in, right?
The way it looks right now.
The way it looks right now. Now, a lot of things are going to happen over the next few weeks, right? But the way it looks right now, BYU gets in as the conference champion only. And then you got 8-9 game would be Notre Dame, Alabama. I can promise you Notre Dame fans are going to be really pissed about that one. Probably should have lost to NIU, though. But 8-9, I mean, they would host it, but you got Bama. Here's a nice parting gift. Then you got number 11 Georgia against number 6 Penn State, number 7 Indiana against number 10 Ole Miss. Now you're going to tell me that Indiana is a better football team than Ole Miss when they ain't played nobody. Come on.
I can't say that.
Come on. That's just silly shit.
This is crazy though. Yeah.
Wild.
But Indiana plays Ohio State. Are they going to win this week?
Mm-hmm. Kyle's talking about what? Are you silly? Tulane's not even like next in line. It would be well, they might be actually because Washington State got beat by UNM last week.
Yep. I told you. Hey, this 12-team playoffs is shaking a whole lot of stuff up.
Straight up trash, man. That's awful. How do you do that?
What's up, Kyle?
Kyle DePuis. Let's see. Hoosiers win by 3 over who? Over Ohio State this week? I'm not buying it.
Would that be on?
You know they only won by 5. You know they only won by 5 against sorry-ass Michigan, right? Number 5 seed have a cakewalk.
Indiana beat Nebraska 56-7. And then the next team only beat it by 10.
What?
Indiana beat Nebraska by 56-7. And then Ohio State beat them by 10.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
They ain't giving Indiana no love.
Indiana ain't played nobody.
That's like when the filet is so good. Hey, you better get it right.
Come on, man. Let's be real here. Let's not BS anybody and act like these guys are. The Indiana is one of the best teams in the country.
They're not. They haven't. Look at their schedule. They haven't played anyone.
They haven't, man.
But they're benefiting from their record and where they're falling.
Yeah. They play BYU, then Boise. Then and look, first of all, do you really believe that Boise stays there? That's the question. Because I don't see how really you're going to tell me that that's one of the top 4 teams in the country too. I'm
mad, Jason. Where's my Army?
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on, man. They do this they be doing the most, boy.
Silly shit.
I ain't eating their gumbo. They be cheating. They be gonna give me some imitation crab.
Come on, man. Indiana will play somebody in the playoffs. Well, they're gonna play somebody this weekend. And I'm not big on Ohio State, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
But they're gonna beat Indiana, boys and girls. You might as well just get yourself ready for it. Much as we might be haters, I can tell you they're gonna beat them. This is real. So that's where I'm at on that. Okay, Miami at number 3. Don't love this one either. They just got beat by Georgia Tech. What What the hell for the second week in a row? And here's the other one. Why is Texas ahead of a Georgia team at number 2 in the country when they beat the shit out of them at home?
Home cooking.
I don't know what these dudes are doing up there on that committee. I think they're nothing before they go in.
But that's all right. You just play your way in. Everything else will shake out.
Well, yeah, Texas is going to screw this up anyways. It could start this weekend. Hey, guess what? Sooner fans that are worried about this weekend and Michael Fasusi going down to Austin, guess what that's going to look like if they get beat by Kentucky? They didn't look very good. They didn't look very good against. Hey, look, they're lucky that wasn't a night game at Arkansas. Because they didn't look, and Quinn does not look good. You know he doesn't binge eat, and you are worried. No good for you. Score prediction for A&M and UT.
Ooh.
I think A&M wins by 2 touchdowns.
Dang.
I don't know about it. It could be a great game. Could be a great game. I think there's going to be I think they're going to beat the crap out of each other. I think they are. It's a blood game that hadn't happened in 13. This is the first time in 13 years that they've played.
Yeah.
They're going to get dirty. It's going to get dirty. Come on. They lost by 1 to Georgia. 1 point. They beat the hell out of Ole Miss, who went into Arkansas and put up 50 on them, not 20.
50 burger.
So it is what it is, man. How can you not like okra? Okra's great. What do you mean? Bro. The media loves to be all Freddie goes to Hollywood for Texas. The brand is back. Let me tell you something.
The brand has finally returned. Fuck your brand.
They're going to get their ass kicked. They're not even – I don't know if they make it in. You lose to Kentucky this week, you ain't getting in. No. But I don't get it. I mean, I think that right now, obviously, the seating is up in the air. But what they're signaling to you isn't a great
Texas. Yeah,
it's not a great signal.
Yeah,
it's not a great signal because I don't know how you believe that Boise State's one of the best teams. I think they got the best running back in the country. I agree with that part. You're not going to beat these guys just running the ball. That's not.
To me, it just maybe they make some adjustments next year, but I know that supposedly they projected to be the Mountain West champions, but can anybody beat them in the regular season? Boise State?
I don't know, man. Let's see. This is right now. You're looking at 1, 2. Four. You've got 4 Big Ten teams.
SEC. And you got 5 SEC.
Well, then that's at least that part is right. But I think the Big 12, I mean, the ACC and the Big 12 getting 1 in, and it's only their conference champion, and BYU's undefeated, and that is assuming that they remain undefeated.
Yeah.
Which would mean that they're going to have to beat Colorado, more than likely Colorado, in the championship game. I mean, I don't know that they beat Colorado in the championship game, but if they go in undefeated, you're going to put them at number 12. And do you really think they keep CU out of there? If they get in there and third loss, yeah, they're out. They're out. That's a question though. What if CU wins and BYU's just got that 1 loss and it's a great game, and you're going to leave them out? Ooh, you're going to have some pissed off little 12ers. You're going to have some pissed off little 12ers. Better be pissed off than pissed on. But when did they lose? Did they just lose this last week? Did they just lose to Kansas or something? Did they lose to Kansas? How did I miss that? Okay, well, I get it. I get it then. Yeah, I see it. That's right. Hey, them boys. Yeah, that's not good. Well, all right. We'll see. I would just tell you that I think that the Big 12 is a better conference by a lot than what the Mountain West is.
Oh yeah, no,
It ain't close.
That ain't even up for debate.
It ain't close. So you can't tell me that going through that conference, only losing to Oregon, I'm fine with you being in, but you're not going to tell me that you're better than either the ACC champion or the Big 12 champion. You're not. I'm not buying that shit. And I'm going to tell you what, you think that they had a meltdown in Tallahassee last year? Wait till you see what happens if they get one of the damn buys when they win their conference.
Yeah.
The meltdown will be huge. The rankings are a joke. Yes, I'm in agreement.
Now I like Genty, the running back for BSU, but
ACU is going to win the Big 12.
You think so?
Yeah, Colorado. I think they are. I didn't think it early in the year. All they do is keep going out there and throwing them up.
Hey, if no team has been through a firestorm, that has been CU, and they have learned their lesson and made adjustments after adjustment to keep winning. And they're not winning small; they're winning big.
Big. I want to know how many people in here were talking that 4-win shit for CU. Go ahead.
7-5.
Don't be making me pull receipts if you were that 4-win guy, because I will find them. I want to know which one, because I know some of you were. Chicken.
Yeah.
Was that you, Chicken? Chicken. I think you were one of those guys, weren't you, Chicken?
My brother Chicken.
He'd be full of shit. He didn't like him. Hey, listen, I get it, but I tell you what, the thing that there you go. It was a lot of us. It wasn't me. I didn't say that shit. Wasn't me. Wasn't me. I'll tell you who it was. I'll tell you the one that I know it was our boy Neelio from KC Mo. Where is Neelio today? Chicken, Benji, Sooner. Let's see who else we had. Here's old Shawty. Shawty, did you have CU at 4 wins, bro?
Colorado?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No, not this year.
What did you have them start of the year? Don't be lying.
I said they had to win 6 games to be on the right trajectory to go up. I had them at 4 the first year and 6 games this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I had CU at 7.
As a matter of fact,
I told you that I underestimated them, but I didn't. That's 3 ahead of the 4 that you were talking about, dog.
As a matter of fact, I lost a bottle of tequila to Coach I because Coach I had him at 5 games last year, and Coach I had him at 4. So I was a little bit higher last year than I was this year, but just on the trajectory, I had him at 4 wins and 6 wins. So they don't overachieved in my opinion.
Benji, who was closer, bro? You had them at 4. They laughed that shit. They done doubled you up. Well, don't talk, Texas guy.
Hey Jason, did you see me early? Oh, I'm sorry. First of all, shout out to the panel, man. What's up, Jason?
This is Bishop Frank, man. Bishop Frank from
What's
the show.
Good, shorty?
I be saying Bishop, and shout out to y'all, man. But you ain't see me in your comments. That's why I said Ben G. He just striding and gliding in these comments. He feeling real good.
He's talking lots of shit lately too.
Yeah,
acting like they're all that, and we know that Texas ain't all that.
They better get their gumbo right.
They got them at number 2, so they love it on all. Oh, get out of here with that shit, Kyle. Everybody keeps saying he's leaving. Why is he getting all these guys to commit to his program if he's leaving? He already said he doesn't even want to do it.
He doesn't follow his kids. That's what he said.
He said he doesn't want to be a coach in the NFL. I don't think it has anything to do with following your kids at this. He said he don't want to coach in the NFL. He knows how they are.
Well, yeah, that's because if they getting paid more than you and ain't got the type of work ethic that Dion has, you know how he is. No, you gonna earn your keep now.
So the thing I would say about Dion, and I think when me and Jason and I first met a few years ago, we talked about egos. So players and people like Dion have huge egos. So you have to be able to conquer this arena first before you can take that next leap. Because where his ego is, if he can't conquer this ego, he go to the next level, he don't have a shot because those guys make too much money. He got to have some kind of cachet going to the next level to try to coach. Right now, he don't currently have the cachet, in my opinion.
Well, but here's the only thing that I would disagree with you about that, though, is it's prime. He is an NFL Hall of Famer. Considered the #1 cornerback of all time by some people, at least, right?
And I'm with you, Jason.
There's cachet there.
We know these kids. I'm telling you what, these kids don't know who scored the touchdown in last week football.
That's fair. That's fair.
You want to talk about history? Like, we know Prime. We know the history that Prime has.
Hold on, though. But if that was the case, though, why is he getting all these guys to come and go to CU, though? Because these kids are these kids.
But we're talking about different levels. You're talking about college. We're talking about we're talking about pros.
The reason I'm saying it is this, though, is because he was also on the NFL Network for all those years. He's around these dudes. They all know him. Mm-hmm. They all know. I mean, he's probably more noticeable at the NFL level than he is obviously at this level, because this is his second year as a college football coach in FBS anyway. Right. I just feel like I'm not saying that I don't think he's going to the NFL, because I don't think he wants to. But I also
Bishop and Jason, you and I, we know each other from the podcast. We respect each other.
Right.
Let me start telling you what to do. You see what I'm saying? It's just a certain. It's like, man, Thad Shaw, I know you since you had two followers. You know what I'm saying?
Because it doesn't seem like that's really how he is with most of those dudes.
No, I'm just talking about the level when it comes to respecting people and different generations and things like that. It's
a different thing in the NFL than it is in college, though, man. You don't have this. You expect them to be pros, right? You shouldn't have to do a lot of that shit.
Expectations of motherfuckers. That's why we a lot of us.
That's true.
Hey, you nailed that one.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. All right, let's see. Colorado has the bag. Yeah. I mean, it's not that big a bag as compared to a lot of them, I don't think. What they have is the best quarterback in the country. And they have probably the best player in the country with Travis Hunter.
Man,
they've got a couple of really damn good receivers, and they've got a really good left tackle. Their defense is good enough for them to win a lot of football games. That's it. And again, quarterbacks do things at this level when you are a dual threat. And the thing is that he doesn't do a lot of that. They don't really let Shedeur run a lot. But he can, though. The threat is there.
Well, check this out, Jason. And just think about it. They're OU, where the offense is humming and their defense do just enough so that they can win ball games.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get to the playoffs, that's a totally different story.
Well, see, the thing I would say about Colorado is, the type of quarterback they have, he disguises a lot of their inefficiencies, right? They have a lot of deficiency. You just don't know it because they have as good as he is, right? It was just last year they were just so bad he couldn't hide all of it. They got a little bit better, but they still not a very good team, because I think if they go deep in the waters, and I think I put this in the comments, their deficiency will start to show, because you can't rely just on the way he plays, meaning Shedeur, the way he played football, in my opinion. But he's a great player, but he hides a lot of their deficiencies.
because he's polished and he knows what he's doing.
Hey,
Even if you look at last year, and this is what I said this before, that's why I said that they could win 7. And I did say at least 7, by the way. I said they were going to win 7 games. It could be more, but I would give them 7. I said it ain't going to be 4. But I'll say this. The reason I said it was you're talking about a guy that got sacked 55 damn times last year. And he still had 28 touchdowns and like 3 turnovers. That's it. With 55 sacks. That's insane.
a dog.
He's a dog. There's no two
Can
ways.
we say it? Dog.
He's a dog. There's no doubt. Yeah, you can say his most famous move is showing off his Rolex. He only does that when he wins games, so he's been doing it a lot this year.
Making plays. You can't deny that.
He's a ball player.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then,
they put it like
and
this.
again, Travis Hunter is the best player in the country.
Hey, Jason, I'm gonna stand on business. I think he's a better receiver than he is.
Oh, really?
Cornerback. I think he's a more natural receiver than corner.
I think
Oh, okay.
I don't disagree with that necessarily.
But I like him as a corner.
I do too.
The thing that makes him special as a corner is his dimensions. But the way that he plays the position, he's more natural of receiver, just in my opinion.
I got you. Tracking.
But just being 6'1", and long like that as a corner and being that athletic is great. But the thing that I don't like about him is like his turnover. He has an issue with his turnover, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Where's old numbnuts? Get him out of here.
Hey, Shorty, what do you think about Hunter versus Williams, Bama? If they had to go up again.
You want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
And this is no disrespect to Travis Hunter. If that kid gets
Ryan
singled
Williams.
up, if Ryan
Williams,
Williams, if he gets singled up on Travis Hunter, I like my chances.
Facts. Bro. Yeah, I'll tell you this. Ryan Williams, if Travis is the best player in the country, and I do still think he's the best player in the country because of everything he's doing, Ryan Williams might be the damn most explosive player in the country. What do you do with that? I tell you what, with Bama coming in this weekend, first of all, Jalen Muro's a bad dude too. Let's not get it twisted. That dude is a bad dude. He can beat you a lot of ways. Ryan Williams scares the hell out of me.
Jesse, let me ask both of you guys this right here. And I'm just gonna throw this out here. If I'm coming into a game plan, because I listen to you guys' shows and I've been hearing y'all about hiring offensive coordinators and things like this. And I hear Bishop Frank use this term a few times. It's about scheming up, coming up with a game plan, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator and I'm finna play Colorado, why don't coaches just put in every wide receiver they have on the roster and run a 9 route? I don't care if it's a run, it's a pass.
You know who would do that? You know who would do that, don't you? Dan Mullen would do that all damn day long.
Yeah.
Like ain't no way this kid can play at a high. He gonna have to take some breaks. Ain't no way he can play that many snaps and not take breaks. So I'm gonna tell you what, I'm running flies and I'm running routes because they love to play man to man, and I'm running drag routes all the way across the field. Because no matter how good he is, you can't cover a drag route. It's just about ball placement.
Yeah. Hey, Lance, he's the first quarterback off the board. Shador's the best quarterback in the country. He's the first quarterback off the board. He's top 10. You don't have to watch a damn game if you haven't seen him yet. I'm telling you, he's the best player on. He's the best quarterback in the country.
He could take a hit.
Really close.
And he studies the game. He studies a lot of film.
He's a good player.
It shows because he don't. Hey, and they be bickering, but those wide receivers better be at the spot because he demands excellence.
He polished, man. You can tell that he come from money, and that he worked with Tom Brady.
Facts.
It's just that simple.
Cook.
You can see it. You can see it.
Cook.
Kyle, are you high?
Lee Cobb, that's my cousin.
Kyle.
Lee Cobb, he all right.
Stop it. He full of shit. Carson Beck is going to be the first QB in the draft. He's trolling. He got to be. Either that or he's high. Craig, are you high?
And I'm a Georgia fan, and I know better than that.
Hey, listen.
Matter of fact, he's going to be coming back. He's not even. He's fourth, fifth round. Right?
He hurt himself this year. Those turnovers, the way that he's played at times, not good for him. He's got to come back. Got to come back. Yeah.
Look at Kyle. LOL.
Mel Kiper keeps saying that too. Mel Kiper's that dude. I think
it's a trip. Sometimes he getting into his feelings.
He don't know
As
shit.
Doc Holliday say, he getting into his feelers.
You know, I'm not trying to be funny, but you know, Mel has like Parkinson's or something, right? You don't see when he on camera, you don't see the shakes.
Yeah.
Really? You don't have it for the past like 4 or 5 years. I think he got Mel. He ain't been announced, but just
I haven't listened to that cat in a long time.
I don't pay attention like I used to, but you might be on to something.
Yeah, watch Mel. He literally be like this right here. And his hands, I think he got Parkinson's or something, man.
Let's just be real. He just sold it that he knew what the hell was going on whenever he didn't have Parkinson's disease. Come on.
Yeah.
Mel was never he ain't a football guy. He just sold it. He was good at selling it. All right, Coach Ricks, it's coming. Hold on.
Yeah. Coach Ricks. Saturday.
But so what do you think about? Did you see these rankings, Shardy? What the hell you think about that? Boise State at the number 4.
Oh, I must have saw the wrong thing. Boise, like in the college football rankings. I thought they had the 12th spot.
No, they have the 12th spot.
Yeah, they got the 12th spot.
No,
they're number 4 seed because they would win the Mountain West. They projected to win the Mountain West.
Okay. The Mountain West is not supposed to get one of the top 4 seeds, bro.
Oh, I didn't see that. I saw something different than that.
Finally, Jason. Look, I've been serving up softballs I was waiting on you.
I mean, that's not supposed to happen, man. It's not supposed to happen.
Hold on.
Here you go, Charlie. Right here.
Oh, here. Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at it. God, yeah. Whoa, yeah. That's
BYU lost the game last weekend, which they'd been undefeated coming in, but that dropped into 12. I still think they're probably. I don't know that they're better than Boise. I don't think either one. At least they're in the Big 12. There is no damn way. What's up there, Coach?
This is what I'm gonna say about what I think about these rankings. I think what the committee has done so far. They're just taking more of the head-to-head matchups and not strength of schedule.
Oh.
Because Boise only loss was to Oregon, which is the number 1 team, was by only a few points. I think it was about 2 or 3 points.
Yeah.
They're just like, I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. Just like UGA, we in strength of schedule, our schedule, we don't play 5, 6 top-ranked teams, but head-to-head, we don't lost to Ole Miss and Alabama. So
okay,
I think they're taking more of head-to-head matchups.
All right, let's talk about that real quick. Give me just a second here. Let's go through the Boise State schedule.
All right, hold on.
Because I know they did play Oregon and they played them tough and all that, but Oregon wasn't playing very good at the start of the year, which is the other reason that I don't know that I trust the Oregon Ducks.
They still don't matter. They still number 1 in the rankings right now.
They are. That's fine.
Like that loss is not a bad loss.
You're not going to convince me that these dudes are better than a 2-loss team in the SEC. You're not doing it.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you where I think the committee is coming from. Their reason for putting them there is more about head-to-head matchups and not necessarily strength of schedule.
How good is Georgia Southern?
I think they have a weak schedule.
Come on, Jason. That ain't even
56-45. I'm asking you, how good is Georgia Southern? I don't know. 56-45. That one. They lost 37-34. Beat Portland State. Good for you. Beat Washington State. Okay. UNM did that last weekend. New Mexico. All right. Utah State. Hawaii. Okay. The UNLV game, that's a good win. That's a good win over UNLV, which is weird to say, but it is. San Diego State, not good. Nevada, they're pretty good, but not great. It's the Mountain West. San Jose State. They got Wyoming coming up, and then they'll be playing Oregon State. I guess it's in that championship game. Mountain West championship game. Look, that is not enough for you to be a top 4 team, bro. It's not.
Is there only two teams in the Mountain West?
Kinda, yeah.
Dang.
Well, no, Oregon State. Oregon State is, I guess they're playing them as part of it. I don't know if that includes their championship game or not. Hey, thanks, Lance. Thanks for coming in, my guy.
Hey, Jason, here's the thing. Would they put them in over Alabama?
They already have.
Yeah, right now they are.
When it's all said and done.
The number 9 seed.
When it's all said and done, do you think they'll put him in over Alabama if there was 2 spots left?
What do you mean if there were 2 spots left over them? If there was, you mean as a champion or as a non-champion?
As non-champion.
No, I don't think that they're in if they're not the champion.
They can't because they won the conference. Yeah, they won the conference, so they automatically bid. You can't put Alabama in front of them.
Okay.
But Alabama still has an opportunity to win the SEC. In fact, they have the clearest route. If they win out, they're in. They're in that SEC championship game with the way the tiebreakers are.
Yeah,
wow.
That's a different story. If you win the SEC, you're going to be a top 4 seed.
Well,
you got to be. You ain't got no choice. You won the conference.
The other one that I don't love, you guys already know what it is. Texas at number 2, and they got boat raced at home by Georgia. They got Georgia as the 11th seed this week. Look, Georgia, they're going to work that part of it out, but I'm just saying, I don't understand. And Miami got beat by Georgia Tech a week ago. What are we doing?
So, Jason, this is the new one that came out today, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
it. Just came out this evening.
Mm-hmm.
They still showing Miami love because that loss was they got killed. You can't give up 400-something yards rushing.
But see, also these rankings, you got to understand too, like the top 4 seed, these are rankings projected off people who are going to win the conference. So right now, Miami is still in the kind of the driver's seat to win that conference. Not to say that they're a great team, but if you win the conference, you get an automatic bid.
Yeah.
I know it's wishful thinking, but I just don't see them beating Clemson. I know that.
You know what?
They beat SMU.
It's the highest ranked conference champion to get the bye. So it's not, but it doesn't. The Mountain West champion, if they're ranked higher than Alabama, they can be in front. Bama could still be in front of them and not win the conference as long as they're ranked higher at the end.
They're probably not going to be ranked higher than the SEC championship.
But
team.
they can be ranked, but the seeding is totally different.
But
we just talking about the 1 through 4 seed.
In a buy spot. They do not belong in a buy spot. I'm sorry, Boise State. You ain't that damn good yet. Come on.
No.
I'm with you on that.
I told you that's why I sent it to you. I was tripping.
This is what this is going to boil down to. This year is going to make them to the where now they're going to do 16 teams.
They're going to do that anyway, called money.
Oh, that's coming. Oh, yeah, the SEC's already
that money is going to make a lot of things happen. A lot of things change.
Look, hey, what's up there, sharpshooter? What's up? You want to come in too? Come on, man. Be Sharp. I ain't seen Be Sharp in a while on the show.
Yeah, bring my brother in.
I go in
there. Let me ask you guys a question.
Coach, go ahead.
He immediately bounces out of there. Bounced
to the panel. Just looking at the current bracket, who you think has the hardest path?
Let me tell you who it ain't.
Oregon has the hardest.
The number 4 has the the number 5 has the easiest path, I think, really.
Well, he's the hardest.
If it stayed like it is.
I'm saying
Sean, you say the hardest or the easiest?
Who has the hardest path?
Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Because if
Bama or
Alabama beats
Notre Dame's
Notre
got one of
Dame,
the best defenses in the country. Best defense maybe the best defense in the country.
And that's crazy. They the 1 seed. They supposed to have the easiest path.
yeah.
Well, that's because but they're screwing up these rankings right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be played out. So we're just looking at it currently.
It does have to be played out, but this tells you where their thinking is right now. This tells you who they favor over who.
Yep. There it is. Keyword, who they favor.
They favor who they like more. Just like I said, Texas ain't going to win out, so that ain't going to be the thing. But if they did, you can't tell me that if Georgia wins out and Texas wins out regular season, even before the playoff thing, or before the conference championship. But can they even play in the conference championship?
Who?
Georgia and Georgia.
Not if Texas went out, we can't.
No.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because Bama's the team that if they win their next two, they're in the conference championship game no matter what, right? They've got the tiebreakers.
If Alabama wins out, they going because they got the tiebreaker over Georgia.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Ole Miss,
now,
though,
even
the Ole Miss from here, how do you figure that? I guess because Indiana's undefeated, but I'm going to tell you first again. Let me say this: I don't even like Ohio State. They're going to beat the shit out of Indiana this weekend. They're going to beat them up.
Where they play?
Question.
It's at Ohio State, isn't it?
Ohio State.
My cousin Kyle.
Get that ass with.
Is it the two best teams out of the SEC?
Who said that? Say it again.
Is it the two best teams out of the SEC, or is it
the SEC championship loser gonna get, excuse my French, fucked? Can I say that on here? I'm sorry.
Of course you already know. You know this channel.
You already know what we do.
You know this.
You better to be the second place team may not make it because the second place team could have 3 losses. They may not. They could be totally out of the playoffs.
Right.
Wow.
No, the reason I was asking because if it's the two best teams, then it might be a rematch.
Well, you can never really get the two best teams because you have so many different head-to-head matches. You can literally have 6 teams that's 6-2 in the SEC.
See, and that's the whole deal too. I think they're also doing that. That's what they're trying to do right here in the Big Ten. They were smart that they did not schedule a bunch of these teams that they thought might be pretty good. They didn't put them up against the best schedule. You look at USC. They gave them an easy schedule, and they're still ass. But they didn't make them have to play Ohio State or Oregon, either one, right? And then they get Penn State. They got them at home. Now they still lost a lot of these games, but I'm just saying they were smart. They tried to keep a lot of these teams out of each other's way.
Yeah.
So that they could get as many as they could. In the end, and hold up, SMU is definitely beating Miami. I don't know that I agree with that, but I think they could. I don't know about that. I mean, look, the 6. Yeah. I think they could.
Here's the point why they won't.
Definitely about any team in the ACC. Teams.
Georgia Tech gave everybody the blueprint on how to beat Miami.
Yep.
And you don't run the ball; they throw the ball all over the field. So it's going to be hard to try to go in there.
Pops in and gives the coach answer. I love it. I love it. Thank you, sir. That was correct. I agree with you.
On what?
Run the football. You can beat Miami, but you're not. But SMU likes to throw it all over the yard. You're right.
You can't give up 400-something yards rushing to a sorry ass team like Georgia Tech.
You can't.
They ran, man. Look, did you see that game?
Yeah,
that shit was embarrassing.
That was trash.
They couldn't. It was
that offensive line made them like it.
It was 3rd and 19, and they ran the ball and got it.
Well,
yep.
Miami should have lost to Cal. Miami should have lost to. They should have lost to Virginia Tech too, but they didn't. They have the second best quarterback in the country. Plays at Miami.
Cam Ward.
If they do make it to the ACC championship, Clemson gonna beat them.
Who will?
Clemson gonna beat them.
Clemson ain't getting to the damn ACC championship.
Who gonna beat them?
Gagging their ass.
And then sorry, ACC. Who gonna beat them?
Well,
right now it would be Miami.
They just got past Pitt last week. They did just get past Pitt. I don't know who they got left. I don't know who do they have left.
I think they got
it's Miami and SMU right now, right?
Yeah, ain't it?
It looks like it. That's who's that.
Because SMU is in the ACC now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Miami and SMU right now. Talk to
No, it isn't. No, it isn't actually. I think Clemson has the tiebreaker over Miami playing SMU right now.
What?
According to the standings.
So it's Clemson and SMU? Because I thought Clemson had two conference losses. Miami only got one conference, and SMU only got one conference.
Clemson only got one conference loss.
SMU doesn't have any conference losses.
You're right about that, Coach. You're right about that.
They have one.
You're right.
Yeah, it's one. It's one. They both have one loss in conference, but Clemson's already played. They're 8-2.
Get tough schedules.
Yeah, but Miami hasn't played all their conference games yet. They're only 5-1 in the conference. You got 7 right now. It's the way it is. It may work out to be Miami and SMU in the end. I don't know what the tiebreaker is though.
That's why I was asking about the SEC. What's the tiebreaker? Let's say Georgia.
There's lots of weird ass tiebreakers going on.
Yeah, it is.
Georgia, Texas, and Alabama all finished with one loss. Who goes?
No, it'll be two losses. Most of us gonna have 2 losses.
It'll be all 2 losses, and it'll be so whoever wins between Texas and Texas A&M, if they go into the last week, if they win this week, say Texas beats Kentucky, which is not a given, but let's say Texas beats Kentucky and A&M wins also. Whoever wins that game is in the conference championship game. It's a lock.
Wow.
And then it'll be against Bama if they win out the next 2. So if they beat Oklahoma and then turn around and beat Auburn at home, which they should do both.
Who would have thought that there would be an SEC championship game with Georgia and Alabama not in it?
Wow.
Who would have thought that? If that's the way it's going to go.
The main reason that happened is because you no longer have East and West. That was really changes the game.
Right.
Yeah,
So
and here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. They fucking tried to gave Texas the easiest route possible to get there.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody arguing with that.
They paid for that schedule. They paid for that schedule.
Hey, man, they gave Oklahoma every damn tough game in the damn league and gave them all the easy ones. Come on, man. Struggling with Vandy, and Vandy's better. I'll give them that. But come on, man. Vandy, Mississippi State, not Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Arkansas. Now they're fixing to play. Come on, man.
I think in Texas, this is a hoodie. This is not a jacket. This is a hoodie, my friend. It's nothing thick about it.
I think me, Shorty, and you two can go on there and beat Arkansas. Shit. I think we can go in there and beat Arkansas.
Alan Woody, don't start with me, man.
Waiting to see it.
You're gonna, don't come in here doing that stuff about BV right now and the dumb shit. I don't want to hear none of it. We're gonna find out and wait. We're gonna wait and see. And Sooner Cowboys, watch it too.
I mean, you can't help because of injuries. Damn. I mean, what? Hold on. What was he gonna say? We scared to go to SEC. We ducking everybody. We don't want to go. You gotta say, hey, we looking forward to the challenge. We looking forward to running towards it. We're not gonna run from nobody. Yeah, I mean, shit. What you supposed to say? We scared to go.
Mm-hmm. Benji, you're getting a little too mouthy for yourself. That's a 10-minute.
You've been riding and gliding, man.
Yeah,
every
A little
time I
too
pick Auburn,
naughty,
boy,
bro.
he get
He's been doing it all damn. He's been doing it for about 3 days actually, and knew damn good and well he was getting ready. He was towing that fucking line, and he's been towing that line. So he just got a 10-minute one, and keep it up when you come back, and it'll just be for the rest of the show.
I don't let that
Smart
shit bother
ass.
me. I ain't no damn bookie. I just go by my opinion. That's all it is.
Come on, man. Lisa, you're right. You are absolutely correct. Saying Texas is actually in the SEC this year is a scam. Yeah, hey, listen, she ain't wrong. She ain't wrong.
They playing.
And
Big
why
salute, Tim Green.
is because it's my show.
The brand has finally returned.
So,
Your brand.
so Jason, could I ask a question? Could you? I don't know. Could you put that bracket up? Who would Texas play possibly in their first round? Cause they get a bye. So who would they play?
They would play the winner between Miami and
Right now, it's Ole Miss and Indiana.
oh yeah.
So Ole Miss will beat the shit out of them.
Jeez.
They'll put Quinn in a blender, man. They're gonna put Quinn in a
I'd
blender.
like to see that game. That's a
Ole
damn
Miss
good
gave
game.
Georgia all they wanted.
Yeah, but think about this.
No,
Look
shit,
at-
they gave
look
them
at
more
Ole
than we
Miss.
want.
Well, I know
Look
because
at
lost.
Ole
I'm just
Miss.
saying they
Hey,
gave
they
them all they
didn't even
wanted.
run no blitzes, man. That was a straight 4-man rush. No blitzing.
But that's an interesting matchup, Ole Miss and Texas.
But
Is
games
it?
in Texas, so
I
you
think
know
that
they get
they-
that
I
home
like to see
cooking.
it.
Yeah,
Games
maybe.
in Texas, they'll get that home cooking.
Can Vandy make it in?
But it wouldn't be a home game. It'd be a neutral site, wouldn't it?
No, it'd be at Texas.
No, that'd be
No,
a
that's a neutral
that'd be
site game.
neutral.
Only
It'd
the
be
first
neutral.
round.
I
Only
thought
the
no,
first
no,
round.
the first game. That's right. That's
Right,
right.
yeah,
The first game.
that'd be neutral.
The
site.
first game. That's right. My bad. The first game.
Mhm.
At the home.
That's an interesting matchup because that's a lot of points that could be scored depending on how yours show up that day.
Yeah, but we know that he hadn't gotten better.
Mm.
I mean, I'm just saying.
It's unfortunate that kid got all that pressure put on him by a guy that don't even need to be playing this year. You got a potentially a Heisman Trophy candidate, and you got pressure by the best.
Hold up. No, he threw them interceptions himself, bro. Come on.
He gave away free cookies.
Are we gonna put that shit on us, man?
I forgot it's always holding down. My bad. I was just trying to be.
I mean, come on. Are we gonna give Quinn? Are we gonna give Art Quinn's interceptions and fuck ups? Are we really doing that here? Not
No,
on
what
this channel. We don't.
No, I'm just saying yours ain't done nothing to lose the job. is what
Come
I'm
on, man. He was pretty trash against Georgia.
He was
Look
bad against Georgia.
Look what happened when Arch came in.
Just as bad.
What did Art do?
He got pulled back.
He couldn't stand up. They were kept sacking his ass.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that Arch is the freaking savior either. But I'm just saying we ain't doing all this blame. Let's blame Arch for Quinn being Quinn. Because he's been doing this for a while now. This ain't new. This ain't new.
Hey, quick question. Do you think that by him being hurt every season, it's going to hurt his draft stock?
Oh, yeah. I think he goes in the second round if he leaves this past year. Now he doesn't go. He's a fourth rounder right now, I think.
Easily.
I think he's a fourth
Because I
rounder.
just can't see them giving him all that
Maybe
money.
third. Maybe third. I mean, maybe he sneaks into the third because they
Injury
like his arm, whatever. But how do you like his? But you can't love his poise. He hasn't been poised, and he's not a healthy player. You hit him hard, he goes out. He's done.
Now I'm gonna say something, and Jason, don't take it bad. Don't jump on the bandwagon. But what Texas quarterback has ever went to the NFL and done good?
Why would I take that bad?
I had to trick you on that one, man. Because
Whatever do you mean?
What Texas quarterback has went into the NFL and done good?
The best one's Colt McCoy, isn't it?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm not speaking on, I don't have no love for Texas and nothing like that. But just speaking in general, I'm just speaking, just speaking. At the end of the day, Quinn Ewers is a high prospect. to Jason's point, I don't see he's definitely out of the first round. I can see him going third roundish right now. And at the end of the day, he's still playing in the SEC and he's playing it at a pretty high level. So he's going to get an opportunity that most quarterbacks won't get.
All right, let me show you something here, bro.
But then you got to start looking for what team needs a quarterback.
Yeah, well, you talking about third round, so it's not going to be a high priority anyway.
Backup quarterback.
You just want that guy to get through camp in third round. You know what I'm saying? You're not expecting him to start.
But the problem is that he was in fact, wasn't he the first perfect ranking quarterback or whatever in 247 era or whatever?
Yeah,
he should have came out last year. His
stock was hotter because they went to Alabama and won that game against the Alabama team that worth the shit at that time. But I mean, I'm just saying. Let me see. Let me get all this. I'm trying to find him, but it's he ain't.
Wasn't the quarterback class pretty thick last year? It was pretty thick last year.
It was. I mean, but he would have went early second round. If not, he might have snuck in the first round. Look, dude, Bo Nix is. Come on, you think
it's killing though?
But
look where he's at, man. He's at Denver. Look where he's at now. He's doing better.
He's with Sean, though. He's
doing better for a rookie.
You can't be mad at that pick by Bo Nix. You can't be mad at it right now.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I mean,
who else would you gonna take?
I don't really talk a lot of shit about Sean. He's a good coach. He knows what
look what you were paying Russell and look what you paying Bo Nix.
Yeah. Look.
At a double discount.
Fairness, it's when he gets them worse than it is anything else. He's got 1,898 yards, 21 touchdowns, just 6 interceptions. I mean, that's
the legend is clowning in the comments.
They be back up for the cheerleaders.
Quinn for the leading pep club.
Hey man, look. The young man got it. The young man got it. Give him a shot.
Do that? We're not going to do that here. Come on now. Don't get my channel fucked with. Don't be saying that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You might need to delete that one if you
talk about man, because you gonna have people picketing and striking. Hey man.
Guys, listen, man. I let you guys get away with a lot of stuff. Okay, a lot of stuff.
But that's too far.
Don't be doing nothing that's gonna get my channel fucked with, though. Come on, please. Thank you.
Because they will ban his ass.
I removed it on the stream. It's gone. So
we say that respectfully.
I ain't got no problem with whatever you think and whatever you say at your house. Don't say it in this house. Okay.
Hey, Jason.
We shall protect this house.
Hey, they fired a guy at my job for just calling the trans community the alphabet group. They fired him.
Hey, Lisa says Quinn may end up being very good in the CFL.
Hey,
she's winning. She's winning the internet tonight. Her comments have been very good. We appreciate that. I like it. I like
go where the money is. If he can make more money in the CFL, I'll go where the money is.
Well, he'll play more there. He'll play more there. Yeah. Let's see. Viewers can't face Bobby Boucher in the Bourbon Bowl. See, I love it because anytime I start talking shit about Quinn, it's going to get backed up in here every time.
Jason.
Every time.
Jason, the instigator.
The brand has finally returned. Your brand.
Madula Angada.
It's fun. It's fun.
We're crazy.
Bring up the QB prospects, though. I like KJ Lacey and Diabell. No. Look, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. They always have good prospects. Look, the truth is, and I think Benji said it before I kicked him out of here. The best.
You kicked Benji out?
Oh, that was 10 minutes ago. I think it's since he got back.
Yeah, he should be back in.
Yeah. I gave him 10 minutes. I gave him a 10-minute
Man,
out.
Jason don't be playing, boy. He pull that trigger quick.
I haven't.
He
You've
pulled that
been
trigger
away
quick.
with shit for like 3 days, and I haven't done nothing to him.
Got that quick shooter.
I didn't do it. I haven't done it enough lately, apparently, because he's been running that mouth a lot. But no, what I was saying was that he said it right. Vince Young is the best Texas quarterback ever. Now they didn't help him out in the league when he got there. Fisher was trash. I'm gonna tell you what. This is one of the best football seasons I've ever seen from anybody. Was what
Fish wasn't a bad coach. He just had a bad philosophy when it comes to playing young quarterback.
it didn't work out well.
yeah.
He wasn't. They should have never picked Vince for what he wanted to do. That was stupid. Right?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
They wanted him to be a pocket passer, and that's not why you go get Vince Young.
Fish was too old school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was.
You know who would have
Yeah,
been
it was.
a good place for Vince to go play?
Sharpshooter.
If he'd gotten a chance to play that with the Eagles, he would have been pretty good, probably.
I think that's when
He never really got a
Andy
chance
Reid
to
was
play though. Andy was there. He was on the team, remember?
Yeah.
But then he didn't ever. They had Michael Vick and McNabb still, so he wasn't going to play. So,
Hey,
If he could have called the Shanahan.
they had an article down
yeah.
here, man, about what would have been. They was trying to do a simulation of what Michael Vick's numbers would have been if he didn't go to prison.
Hey man, yeah. I mean, he never got graded. He never got super.
How about they didn't do a study if he just would, they should have did a simulation if he just would have studied the playbook.
That too.
Or learn
Because he never studied the playbook.
He learned to dial it back a little bit and throw for accuracy instead of power. That would have helped.
Yeah. Because he can throw a damn good 9-route ball.
But I'm gonna say this: there's no cheat code like Michael Vick.
Hey, Tecmo Bowl, that's all you had was him and Bo Jackson.
That dude was a dog, bro.
Hey.
Yeah, they be cheating with Bo though. You could try to tackle him, you be missing. Run that specific pattern. They slick with it.
And coach, I ain't gonna let this slip on TV now. You know, Michael Vick.
Damn well that ain't happening, Kyle.
Say what?
You know, Michael Vick and Bo Jackson went on Tecmo Bowl.
Kyle over there tripping.
Well, it was a you could put him on there. You can put him on there. Create your own player. All hundreds.
Vick never made it onto one of the Tecmo Bowls. No, he was after that. He was after that. Now, Bo Jackson was like that dude on Tecmo Bowl.
I'm a gamer. Tecmo Bowl is Nintendo. First of all, it's a whole different platform. Y'all
Kyle,
talking about platform.
Yeah.
Kyle, are you trying to get kicked out of here too? Even being one of my boys, are you trying for me to kick your ass out of here too? Because I think you are.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. I know it may be hard to answer. I talked with Coach Ty. I think we're gonna do a show later on the week. Let me ask you guys this: how would you rank your top 5 or 7 SEC teams right now? That's pretty tough. How would you rank the top 7 SEC teams? And I know that's tough. I'm just throwing it out there. So whenever you think about it, you know what I mean?
Well, let's go with it. Let's take a look. Hold on. Let's take a look. Let's look at the standings, and I'll tell you. I mean, I think number 1 is.
I know you don't want to say it. I know you don't.
I dare you to say it. I dare you to say it.
Say who? What? To say what?
You know what we talking about. Don't be playing crazy.
He gonna play dumb like
It ain't Texas. It ain't fucking Texas. I can tell you that right now. It ain't them.
Okay, so how about this? Right? How about this? How about we have a little fun? And
to me, Georgia, it's Georgia. I think it's still Georgia, Alabama are the 2 best teams. Although I'll have to say that Ole Miss may have showed us different.
Jason, let's have a little fun. Let's all go. You take the lead. It's your show. I apologize. I ain't trying to take over. But let's just go one by one. You take the lead, and we'll all call out our team right behind you.
All right. Well, I'm going to make it. It's Alabama for me.
As number 1?
Mm.
Okay.
Georgia's my number one.
Ooh. Okay.
Bishop.
Vandy, my number one.
Number one.
Bishop, you play a game.
Leave me alone.
You know, Bishop don't somebody don't put something in the
Bishop been
gumbo.
drinking that ooh-wee.
That's it.
Somebody don't put something in the gumbo.
All right, hold on. Hey, B Sharp, you with us?
Oh, I'm here.
All right. Who's your number
What's
one?
up, B Sharp?
What's going on with y'all, man? I was just wanting to hear this, man. I got really interested when y'all said this.
You got Texas is number one there, Brinsky?
I'm gonna give him number one right now.
Oh, I'm now I gotta kick your ass right out of here. Bye.
Don't do that, Jason, because I'll go on them too. I go take
I was like, no, man.
Right out, man. What's wrong with you? Why would you do that in here?
Man, I didn't want to pick them, but it's a big chance if everything line up right, we'll end up playing them. And I want everybody to think that Texas is better. And then we come in there and get their A.
So you think they're watching this show and they're gonna hear you and be like, oh no, he's right.
hey, man, I love Sharp, man. That's my guy.
I do love Sharp too. He's my guy. We got him. All right. So what you got, Ricks? Coach Ricks, you said you had Georgia.
I got all 7 of mine already.
Okay. I like it.
Oh, I got my 7 too.
Go ahead. Then. All right. Tell you what. Then go ahead. Be Sharp. Spout them out.
Okay, I'll say Texas, then us, Georgia, Ole Miss, Tennessee.
Say it.
I thought you had.
Say it.
I thought I did too. And
Say it.
I would have had LSU right here, but they messing up a bit.
What about A&M?
Oh, my fault. Hold on, who I put? No, A&M right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I still say LSU right now.
All right, I'll give you mine. Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ole Miss, Tennessee, A&M, South Carolina.
Ooh.
Go ahead there, Bishop Frank. Mr. Vandy's number one.
Hey,
Jason,
Army number one. Vandy. Ole Miss, Georgia, Alabama.
Okay, you're just going 4?
South Carolina.
No Texas
A&M.
My man,
A&M.
you get to stay.
Hey man, we gotta keep it real, Jay. I know we hate them, but you gotta put them in the top 7.
Hey, I had to throw my
They're that damn good. Listen, I really look. I just watched what they've done the last few weeks. What they've skated by Vandy. If they hadn't jumped out ahead, they'd lose that game.
But okay,
they almost lost the game at Arkansas too. And look what we watched Ole Miss do to Arkansas the week before in Fayetteville, beat the brakes off them.
I know, Jason. I know, but you're punishing them for a win. A win's a win. You're punishing them.
Okay, well, they got their ass kicked at home by Georgia.
Hey, I hate Texas too, man. But I mean,
Come on, Jason.
Kicked out home. They trash. Go ahead there, Shotty. You go ahead. Run it for me.
Shit, I think we have. Well, I'm pretty close to some of the guys, man. I like Texas 1, Alabama 2, Georgia 3, Ole Miss 4, and A&M 5.
Good Jason.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put Texas A&M above LSU.
Jason's on fire tonight.
On fire. All right. My number 1, as I said, is Bama. Number 2, I've got Ole Miss right now as number 2. 3, Georgia. 4, I think it's A&M right now. 5, Tennessee. 5, Tennessee. 6, Texas.
Well, your bias is
Man, Right.
Just a
Is
bill.
showing my
Just
brother.
a know your
I
bill.
don't give a fuck.
And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. JC, look, you talk
Hey.
about my gumbo.
You had Vanderbilt #1. What are you talking about?
I had Army #1. Stop. Leave my
Vanderbilt,
alone.
Vanderbilt is below LSU in the standings, bro.
I don't care.
Okay.
They came from a long ways down. Give them some love. Give them their flowers.
I can also explain all my rankings here, by the way. Every one of them. Alabama beat Georgia. Ole Miss beat Georgia. That's my #2. Ole Miss beat Georgia. 3 is Georgia. They beat the shit out of Texas in Texas.
Hey, Mama Case.
I mean,
the only thing I'm gonna say is why Texas only got 1 loss. That's the thing you can't get around.
because they ain't.
Yeah, I know.
We just talked about that shit earlier too. They have the easiest damn SEC schedule in history.
So who are they supposed to play other than they put on the schedule?
The training wheel.
I wouldn't say history.
I'm just saying they can't play nobody
Georgia
other than they put on the schedule. Who are they supposed to play? You just want to throw somebody
Big
else
salute,
on there?
Mama Case.
Hey, stop. You know damn good and well that is a trash ass schedule. Where Oklahoma got,
I'm not
Oklahoma got
disagreeing.
Bama? They got Georgia.
They have navigated. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying at the end of the day, they have navigated to only 1 loss.
We played 8 teams that were in the top 25.
He's just a friend.
8 teams. Hey, why are you doing that? Settle. 8 teams that have been in the top 25 we will have played. Actually in the top 10 at some point. And they played Vandy and Mississippi State and Kentucky and Arkansas. I mean, let's just be real.
I don't know
That's
who
why.
they supposed to play. They can't play nobody else but who they schedule. That's all.
Vandy is number 25.
Only thing
Benji.
yes, that's
Leave my gumbo alone. I didn't mess with
Oh, there's
your
your
gumbo.
one. Oh, yeah. And here's the other reason. They've got 1 win in the top, over a top 25 team. 1.
And you know what,
Vandy.
guys? Just to an overall big scheme of things, just real talk in all seriousness, moving forward, it's almost like why schedule such tough teams because you're not really taking strength of schedule in account. You're taking more head to head. So why should I go schedule all these tough teams in and out of conference?
I don't know. Why the hell did they schedule those for Oklahoma and do Texas that way? That shit is
I think the way the format was made before the playoff war, it was about having a tougher conference because it was only 4 teams. But now that you got 12 teams, you got more leeway. You can lose a game or 2. So why schedule? Why go to the conference championship at the end of the day? You can still make it.
Well, this is I'm glad you brought that up.
And to your point, Jason, you brought that up to me early in the season, and I stand corrected.
Yeah. Simply beating teams does not matter if you're trying to make the playoffs. Well, here's the thing. The bottom line is, especially if you have the weakest SEC schedule, which if they're not the weakest, they're the next weakest to Mizzou's. But they're out of it, thankfully. They're out of the mix because South Carolina, and by the way, South Carolina, if they just didn't gag that shit away against LSU or have some bad calls, they're right there in the mix too.
They didn't gag the damn game against, was it Alabama?
Yeah, they had they lost
had
by
Bama
2.
too.
They had lost by 2, right? Yeah.
Threw an interception the last play of the game in the over.
Well, I mean that's Beamer ball for you.
Yeah,
but
man, that game,
that
game wasn't even supposed. That game was supposed to have been over, man. We almost gave that game away.
You did, but the thing about South Carolina is that it's not every year that they have 2 first round type dudes on the edges that are gonna get your ass.
Right about that. And I think you're giving Texas a little hard time just because you're saying they had the easiest schedule ever.
Oh, looky there. And
the only reason why I say that is because I seen Georgia's schedule. And they had some of the easiest schedules I have ever seen.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Like this year?
Did I hear
Not
treason?
not this year. Not this year.
Oh, so hold on. How you gonna compare past season? What are you doing? This how
Actually,
stuff
wasn't
get
even here
started.
last year.
Yeah, that's how stuff get started, man. Stay on schedule, man. Stay on schedule.
My bad, man. My bad, man. We good people, man. We
Hey,
good people.
Brisky just been missing. He had to stir up the pot.
No, man. When he said that, I was like, now hold up. Wait a minute.
Hold up.
When I heard easy, I was like, now come on now. And I was like, they were trying to make this Florida and Georgia rivalry like Georgia big game this year. I was like, come on, bro. These
Y'all
guys
both
been
be dummies.
dominating
Y'all
these
know
guys
that,
for I don't know how long.
I was talking
Get him,
about the
Jason.
comment section. Y'all know y'all some dummies in here talking.
Yeah, get him.
Dumbasses.
I think
Dan G and Senior Cowboys getting away with that shit. I think not.
I think they made the right decision.
What'd you say there?
I was just saying, I heard him say something about Florida. I think they made the right decision in keeping their head coach.
Yeah, because they don't want to lose in recruits.
I mean, I ain't giving up DJ Lagway if I'm them.
Yeah, me neither.
If
He's
you
that
fire,
guy.
if you
lose
fire
him, bro,
him,
it's a wrap.
it was gonna be a free fall.
Well, I mean, I was even like, hey, if they fire Billy, maybe we bring him in as the OC and he brings Lagway with him.
I like Billy as the OC. Now you talking. See, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Some coaches are good OCs when they were OC.
He's a good
before.
OC. I mean, didn't they win Natty with him as the OC at Clemson? Didn't they win one?
Tell Kirby he can leave Georgia and come back to Alabama, be DC.
Hey, Britt, stay on script, man. We having a good show. Stay on.
I know. I just don't want. I don't want y'all to be great.
Hey,
I want
Brisky is the hot sauce. Lay it down, bro.
Brisky said we want him back.
We want him back. That's my guy, man. That's always gonna be my guy.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with Georgia. I just love Kirby, man. That's always gonna be my guy.
I think it's been proven that he was a big
I was going to keep that up there the whole time. In fact, I may just go right back to that. Where's my mom though? What's up, Mom? How are you? You're not the only woman. Lisa's in there. You can hang.
How this man goes? How am I snoring?
But if Texas loses another game and drops to 2 losses, they're bottom of the 2-loss teams in the SEC standings because of the schedule. That's actually true. That's actually true. Look, you look at their schedule. Their schedule was bad. It was. It wasn't a good schedule. They played Georgia, and I mean, they're going to play Texas A&M, and Texas A&M's right up there. But the rest of them, which one of them have winning records? Let's see. They played Florida. They're 5-5. Oklahoma's 5-5, but I don't know if that's going to last. Kentucky's 4-6. Mississippi State's 2-8. Arkansas 5-5. They ain't going to last.
No,
none of those teams, by the way, have winning records in the SEC.
What are we debating?
That they have it's not a debate. This is a fact that they played a bad schedule in the SEC. So if they lose the second game, which they I feel like they probably lose to at least A&M. If I wouldn't be that surprised if Kentucky got them.
Where's the game at?
It's in Austin, but that doesn't matter. We saw that before too. They'll play defense. They'll put pressure on Quinn. If you do that,
it's going to be interesting.
It will be interesting. I think it's an interesting game. Texas should win it.
Well, it depends. If Kentucky goes in there and play like it played against Ole Miss, it might be a different game.
The problem that Kentucky has is just offensively. They don't have
if they get down, it's a wrap.
Points. Yeah, they can't score points. I mean, they have a very good defense, but their offensive scoring capability is it's bad, man. That's their problem.
They got to keep it tight.
Oklahoma, same shit.
Man, don't get me on that, man. Shit, I had an argument today about that shit.
Have I told a lie?
No, you didn't. But I had an argument about that shit today, man. I'm tired of hearing that shit.
Oh, well,
Damn, Seth.
Kentucky can't score on Texas' defense. And what if Texas can't score on Kentucky's defense, bruh? I mean, yeah,
The games that are scary are the teams that.
I don't think you go into College Station and win that game, though.
Yeah, Texas got the better roster. It'll eventually, take over.
The only way Texas lose that game if they overlook them, looking for Texas A&M, and they get to a dog fight.
I mean, I would point you back to Arkansas last week. They almost lost that one. They tried.
Arkansas just called some stupid ass plays, man.
They did.
That
called stupid ass plays.
That could be the same thing for Texas A&M going into Auburn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Jordan Hill ain't no joke. I tried to tell Jason.
Where Benji ass at? I'm not gonna pick no damn Auburn.
I kicked him again. He's running his damn mouth. Kyle,
I'm not gonna do that shit no more to him.
Hey man, it's something about that field, man. I don't know what it is about them boys. They just play different on certain games. They just got that lucky rabbit's foot in that stadium. I don't know where it's at. When I find it one day, I'm throwing it away.
Go burn it. Go burn it up.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna cook it and throw it away and give it to the dogs somehow because I don't understand it.
I think it's on that damn eagle.
It
Guys,
may be.
I always be pondering. I'm gonna ask another question because I ain't gonna be on here too much longer. Let me ask a question to you guys as a panel. A lot of you guys are coaches. Some of you guys have, reporting experience. We all come from different backgrounds. So let me just ask you guys this as a question as a panel. Do you think there should be more emphasis put on just spending money on NIL or actually evaluating talent? Or do they go hand in hand? Like, what's your thought on that? Because what I'm getting at, the reason I'm asking this question, just to give you a little bit more context, is every team, a lot of teams have a lot of money, but everybody's budget is different. So at some point in time, it's going to have to actually come down to evaluating talent as opposed to just paying the highest stars. What's your take on that?
I think you got to evaluate. It go hand in hand. We already know the top guy's going to get top money. And we know it all can't be equal.
Top guy brings. That's what I'm what I'm getting at.
Say that again.
But it's the top guy, actually the top guy. That's what I get at about. Spending money on the stars or evaluating talent.
Yeah, that's why I believe you got to prove yourself to be that guy. Like we know the Travis Hunters, the Shedeur Sanders, the I would say Jalen Milrose, Malachi Starks. We know these guys are top dogs. They deserve top dollar.
Well, and so and I would piggyback off of that by saying the guys that get the top dollar are the guys that make the biggest, that are the most impactful. So quarterbacks obviously being the number one, and then you probably go to like defensive ends, rush guys, right? Defensive linemen, those dudes in the trenches that make the biggest difference. You said it yourself. And then, of course, receivers, playmakers, corners. I mean, these guys are.
So it's more NFL based. Then it's more based off of like position wise as opposed to just getting top talent. Cause some people would say Dion Sanders, like he went after all skill position first. That's where his money went.
Well, and is that a wrong thing? Because I would tell you that I like it better from that. To me, look, I think that you got to go in the trenches. You know what I mean? I think you have to make sure that you're in the trenches, right? But I also would tell you that I think that you want to have a quarterback first and foremost. You got to have a quarterback. You got to have the skill guys. If you got those, if you've got a tandem, two receivers especially, but if you've got a tandem of a really good quarterback and a really good receiver or a tight end or whatever, a playmaker, you got a chance to win games. Plain and simple, But I am of the opinion, and Coach Rick's, I'll let you answer this one too. But I think that, I think you have to spend your money wisely, but you got to spend it. But the places that you need to spend it the most is in the trenches and with your skill guys, the guys that make plays.
Yeah, you got to do that. They're starting something down here on the East Coast. You know, the schools like your East Carolinas, your Clemsons, North Carolina State, Virginia Tech, all them schools, Virginias. They're starting something called the Pit. The Pit. What they do, they invite the top 300 kids in 4 regions, states, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all these areas. It's called a Pit. And what they do is all these coaches from different areas come down and watch all these kids play. They evaluate their talent then. So when a college team gets them, they already have the NIL situated for them. So they'll know who gets what, who's going to be getting what, and this and that. So if a lot of other teams start doing that, it'll solve a lot of this problem, man, because who do we know are the top dogs if they're not evaluated? We don't know who is what. So when you get all these kids at this pit, you can start having your list out. Hey, I want this kid or this kid or that kid. So when this kid comes to me, we got this NIL already stipulated for them.
Right. Well, and now it's not going to be NIL though, right? That's the thing is it's now you're going to have revenue share. You will have NIL
revenue sharing.
Yeah, I just gonna say
share though, which will be spotted, I think. But this is what
It's
we.
still about who you're gonna get a scholarship to. It come down to evaluation.
Of course it does. Of course it does. Of course
That's been going on for a while, Jason. That I didn't even know until I got invited to it. And I mean it's deep to where it's not just scouts going there; it's coaches, college coaches, going there looking at these players, and because there's kids there, man, that don't go to the 7-on-7 compound, that they don't go to these things that they have for on 3 and all that. They can't afford to go.
I'm aware. So yeah, that's a problem. But that hurts you money wise, right? We were just talking about that with Isaiah Autry-Dent or about Isaiah.
But
the
pit is money that all these colleges give into this organization to get these kids there. So mom and dad ain't coming out of pocket. They're not coming out of pocket. It's the universities given to this organization to put this together like a big old 7-on-7. But then you have your offensive line guys there, your skill guys, your quarterbacks, your running backs. Then you have an offensive day from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday. Then the following week, you have a defensive day to where it's, those days. And it's a real big turnout, man. And it's taken off. But until they get the revenue sharing, they still call it the pit. They call it the NIL. It's called an NIL deal, to where coaches get to go and see who they want. And they try to put things together for those kids and everything when they can try to get them on the campus.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. Go ahead.
No, what I was going to say is that the thing is now we got to propel the game. We need to set up a portfolio where you know what NILs are out there and being able to market them and be able to set up to know who falls into what. So that way you at least know, hey, I can get these. And what that do is allow you to maximize your dollar.
Wait, what are you saying? I don't understand what you mean. What do you mean?
What I'm saying is like lose part of Coach Fry. He said I only want 10 freshmen because I expect them to start. So well, if I know the NIL for them, but not just do 10, but let's do 15 to 18.
Yeah.
What it does is now you can maximize your NIL dollars and spread it out to where your top billings is always going to get top. But what it does is allow you a little bit more to make sure you get those kids that actually make the college grow.
Right. No doubt.
Yeah.
No, and I think that's the idea of, you know, the collectives and stuff. But that's where I think that when you start talking about what we're about to see is actual revenue share. And Timothy Green was saying having the same amount. They are doing that with the rev share stuff, because the thing is that you can't. NIL is actually, it's not even being used right. Number one, it's supposed to be for it's supposed to be. Now, Chrissy, you said the worst. You said the best thing that they're doing it the right thing at Texas. They're doing the smart thing to go with the offensive line first. Yeah, that was the first. That was the smartest thing that Sark did, was to do the pancake factory thing. Whatever he did, 50,000 per, right? And I think that, but they're not the only ones doing that shit. By the way. You know, that would be where you start looking at what Lincoln did the last 2 years that he was at Oklahoma. He put them in a bad position offensive line wise. They didn't get enough guys in high school recruiting the way that, but Sark smartly came in, and that's where he started because they didn't have enough alignment. But the NIL stuff it's supposed to be like endorsements and shit, which. Here, first and foremost, let's not get it twisted. And Timothy, I agree. I understand what you're saying. I'm just gonna let you know, if you think parity is the goal, it ain't.
It ain't. No,
it ain't.
No,
it's never has been. It never will be. It ain't the goal. This is not. Certainly is not the goal of the SEC or the Big Ten. And I'll be honest with you, if it was the Big 12 that was in that position, it wouldn't be their goal either. It wouldn't be their goal either. Now you can you can be upset because you're not in one of the big ones, and I don't blame you for that. In fact, I don't blame you for that. But the truth is, the Big 12 used to be the SEC, and they pissed it down their legs by mismanagement over and over and over again. That's just real.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Please do.
We have the College Football Playoff Committee to do all these things with the records and all that. Do you think each conference needs to have their committee for NIL?
Expound.
Say that again. Ask the question again. I was reading this thing, and I'm gonna have to answer to this. But go ahead, please.
No, I was just saying we have the College Football Playoff Committee.
I got my answer, Coach.
Okay. Well, I would just want to ask you guys, because I answered this earlier, and I want to make sure that I'm not an old fogey and answer it my way. But I wanted to ask you guys.
Go ahead.
I was asked, we have the College Football Playoff Committee to do the ranking and all that. Wouldn't it be best to have each conference, SEC, the Big Ten, and all that, to have their own NIL committee to oversee everything? For that,
NIL, you can't do anything with the NIL, first of all, because that's money for supposed to be for quid pro quo. But I'll just put it to you this way: the NCAA, or the courts, actually, the court system in this country has made it clear you don't get to fucking touch these guys' NIL money, and you can't mess with it. Nothing you can do about it. The NCAA already made it clear we're not trying to anymore.
And that's the problem. See, when you're dealing with that right there, you know, I'm gonna put it in I'm gonna try to put it in layman terms. It's almost dealing with a federal statute and a state statute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that's really what the problem is. You don't want the federal or the government or the state to get involved in it, and that's kind of what's really the problem is, because if that happens, then you know it's going to be an issue, because every state is different, every place is different. All things are not created equal. So you can't do it state by state, right? So you have to put in a federal guideline which make all equal. Then at the same time, it ain't equal to everybody, because everywhere ain't equal. Mississippi ain't the same as Georgia, but it's a federal guideline for everybody. So that's what the problem. So that's why the states and the federal government don't want to get involved in it, and that's why it's still the wild, wild west.
Well, it's like I told somebody, NIL is the new IRS. Those are the 3-letter words that everybody's scared of now, is NIL. Because There is no cap on it. There is no. I mean, I know what it's supposed to do. You're supposed to. Let me use my daughter for example. That's the best way I can use this. When we went in for Alicia to play softball, the guideline was these are the stipulations. This is what we can offer you, and this is what we got. All right. So she went in, she evaluated. They evaluated her and did this and did that. Now, when it came time for the money, it was a whole different story. It was a whole different story. Now it's about, well, we promised this girl one thing, and if we give you this, we can't give her that. So what I'm saying is that NIL is so far gone. They said they had X amount of dollars, but they had more than that. They are only telling you what they can give. They're not telling you what they have.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
It's cold.
No. I want to answer this one up here real quick. Swearingen.
where's that?
He says salary cap is coming, but teams will just cheat over the cap. Salary cap is, I don't know that it's an actual salary cap. They're talking about 20 to 23 million or whatever. This is where the NIL is going to get you, because I talked about this a little bit. I've talked about this the last few days. Tim Fitzgerald from Go Power Cap, K-State guy, right? He's a friend of the show. We love him. He's great at what he does, right? Publisher. He talked about the revenue that K-State generates. K-State's like a level down from the elite, okay? They've been really competitive for a while, but they essentially they generate $100 million in revenue each year, and that's with their money that they're going to get from the TV, and they're expecting $100 million, okay? But their cost is $90 million. Now the salary cap, it's revenue share is what it is. If it's 22 million. They've got 10. That means they got to come up with 12. Now, if you're Georgia or you're Alabama or you're Oklahoma or you're Texas and A&M and Notre Dame and Clemson that have these huge endowments, huge amounts of money, they're big brands. Yeah, you can. It's not going to bother you. And this is why it'll never be. If you think for 1 second that this is about being about having parity in college football, think again. Never, never, never is that going to be what it is. There's not going to be parity, because NIL, they've proven it at the court level, federal court level, that you can't touch it.
Yeah.
Every time the NCAA has tried to stick their hands back in that pot, they keep getting smacked. They're not even going to mess with the shit anymore because they keep getting killed. They're tired of getting beat. So don't think. You're kind of right here. Cheating, not really, because you can do it. If you have the money to do the NIL thing and you can't touch it, it is what it is. Now, is you can argue fairness, I guess, if you want to. But life ain't fair. But and that's a stupid answer for me. But I would say fairness, you can say that. But the problem is that they never started it off doing it the right way with NIL. So you could never do anything about it. And now see, Missouri and some of these other programs that think that they gained the system by doing the NIL thing, they didn't really, because they're never going to generate the kind of money that some of these other programs do. And there's, yes, they're in the SEC, so they're in the power conference with the money, but how long is that going to happen when Drink ain't going to win like this, or like he did last year every year? In fact, he ain't doing it this year with the easier schedule. Go ahead, Shawty. What were you going to say about it?
Well, I wanted to say something, but I'm gonna let Bishop take the floor.
Go ahead.
I've been seeing his face. I know he got something he wanted to say too. So I'm gonna wait on Bishop.
No, bro. Simple fact is they had their chance to take the bull by the horn, but instead they wanted to play the field and they got burnt. And then they didn't expect for Congress or the Senate to come in and raid and with the high deal of making sure that you got to pay the players what they do, and then they got all pissy and just threw something out there that was so vague that with no parameters or anything. So at this point, I think you could try to do a salary cap, but does that include the collective? Because NIL is NIL, but collective is different. Will be classified as different.
So, are you done? Were you done, Bishop?
Yeah.
So this is what I want to say right here, and this is my ultimate stand on NIL. And I speak a lot in metaphors, and I'm gonna try to articulate this the best as I can, because I think when people talk about NIL, there's a very big distraction, and it's very easy for people to be distracted by the minutia of things that's going on. NIL has always been in play, guys. The only difference now is now when you talk about kids getting money, it's okay to say that I gave kids this money. I don't care what guidelines you put in place. Guidelines have always been in place. Rules are meant to be broken. So to everybody point that we made early in the beginning about it's never about parity, it's not, because no matter what guidelines you put in place, the rich are going to get richer because they have more resources, period, point blank. So that's why it upsets me a lot when people try to put a cap on this stuff. I know you want to try to control it. I get it. But when you do that, it still makes no difference, because what people do, human nature, it's been shown throughout history. We continue to move the goalposts.
Yeah, and who ends up getting nailed on it is the players, not the fucking colleges. I promise you that.
You're right about that. But it has to be some type of structure to it. You can't have nothing.
Of course there does.
And like you just gotta have some type.
What's the answer then, Brinson?
It's always been a structure. It just wasn't a structure that you like.
You right now.
All I'm saying is when I'm bad. Go ahead, Brinson.
Oh no, go ahead.
You got the flow. I'm saying it's always been a structure. It just may not been the structure that you like. What I'm saying is, no matter what you're gonna do, we're gonna continue to move the goalposts. Like it's gonna always be somebody who's gonna take this kid. Hey, meet such and so over here on 285. He gonna come in the blue van and he gonna give you an extra $150,000 under the table.
Yeah, and you can, you know what? You can monitor the revenue share, Chrissy. You're right about that part. The revenue share there's going to be accounting for that. You can't monitor shit when it comes to NIL. You can't. And that is the exact way that they're going to get around this.
Right.
Believe me, this is not about parity, boys and girls. It is not about parity.
Oh no, we all know that. I'm about to say I don't have the answers to this. I don't know where we're gonna go from here. The only thing I know, it just has to be some type of structure to it. That's the only thing I'm saying. I know these boys been getting paid for years or whatnot. Right, but I'm about to say I believe Eric Dickerson should finally come out and just be like, Texas gave me the car.
Oh, he has said it. He's been saying that shit for years.
Well, he's saying it, but without saying it.
Chrissy, I know that you're not getting the point that I'm making. You're talking about rev share. Rev share is not the same thing as NIL. The rev share is what you get from your conference, the money that you get from the college football playoff, the money that you get from your television deals.
Correct.
Now, some programs even have a local TV deal that pays them even more money. Just like the coaches, that have their little coaches show and all that shit locally only. We're not watching the Coach Prime show. It's only on in Boulder and Denver, probably, right? No, not that you couldn't. But the point is, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about revenue share is going to be what it is, and it's going to be the same for everybody who's involved in the CFP stuff. That's going to be the same. But there is a large difference between what you can do and how much money you can slide over from K-State and Notre Dame. There's a large difference.
It's gonna come down
for USC.
it's gonna come down to big bank, take little bank, man. Who got the bigger
Of
pockets?
course.
Exactly. That's exactly what we've been saying.
Capitalism still, brother. Still capitalism.
We all know even if you put rules on it, like we got speed limits. Yeah, they say don't go 50. Like we got speed limit 55. Folks still gonna go 70 or plus. And rules gonna be broken regardless. Whatever.
And don't care about paying the ticket.
And don't care about paying the ticket.
Sure. Well, and Chrissy says we don't need to monitor NIL. Some athletes are more famous than others and can earn millions from their NIL. I get that. Now, this is what NIL is supposed to be. That's not what it is anymore.
Only thing I would say, the only thing I think I would want to see change. Just the only thing. And this will, I think it will eliminate a whole lot of confusion. Once you sign with a team, maybe I don't even want to put no limit on it because I feel like that's what lawsuits gonna come in. At least a year or two.
You about to make me, yeah.
Yeah, it was something that Kirby said, man. That was just so spot on. Like, man, once you it coming to springtime, can we at least have you for a year? At least let me know that's my team for the year.
I think the fairest thing that someone has said, and Jason has said it in the past, so I look at it like this right here. In most things in life, you don't pay a person for services not rendered. You only pay a person for services rendered. That's how life works. Yeah. So why would you give a kid $1 million for something that he ain't did? So what I'm saying is, if you want $1 million or whatever we're going to give you, I need to get it for your services rendered. Now, it may not be the services that I wanted or expected, but I signed a contract with a certain expectation for service to be rendered. So if you stay at my school and you play 10 games, I'm going to give you your money. Why not just pay for services rendered? Why do we have to pay all the money up front? I think that's where the problem comes in, that because you have players who have been there who's done more, and they looking like, well, how did this kid get $2 million? I'm an All-American in my third year, and I only got $1 million.
Well, and here's the other thing about it is they say there's a salary cap, and there is, I guess it's a soft salary cap, by the way, I would tell you. But I would also tell you this, and Neilio, real quick, super chat from Neilio, don't you be disparaging my alma mater. I wasn't. I was explaining the difference in what you can do with NIL money at K-State as compared to what you can do with it at Notre Dame. And I'm not lying. So, I mean, I ain't told a lie yet. So I'm just saying, that's all. I mean, look, but as far as, the NIL is supposed to be what it is, but what I was saying was that if you end up, you've got the cap or whatever the hell, and they're going to slot, but it's up to the individual school to slot it however they want. This is why you need GMs and all that other shit that they're starting to get, bringing that into the fold as well. This is also, this is adding more stuff, right? But I would just tell you that they're going to choose how to slot these guys how they want and who's going to get paid what. It's still going to be a hierarchy depending on what you are. If you're a quarterback, sorry, but you're worth more money than a linebacker. You just are.
Yeah, and the only thing I would say to that too, like the only thing I have against these kids is that once we start paying you this money, you're not a kid no more. You're an adult in my eyes.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, a lot of them just feel like, oh, I can get this money and I can still be a kid. Like, oh no, man, we business partners.
What are we talking about though?
Well, you know how like some of them like to get the money and just take the money and run. I'm just saying.
How many of those? Okay, but I'm gonna ask you this real quick. Hold on, let me ask this question real quick, Shawty, because I know where you're at right now. Let me ask you a question.
I haven't said nothing. I ain't said that.
These kids, how many times have you heard about a kid getting totally jacklegged by this university?
Oh no, plenty of time.
We know about Jordan Addison left Pitt after becoming he was the freaking Biletnikoff winner. Offered $2 million to go to USC. He got 200 grand. What the fuck can he do about it?
So what?
Yeah.
Guys, man, y'all. This is a subject that's dear to my heart. So I
Please
apologize.
do. I knew I knew this was we were gonna get here.
But what I'm getting at, and I'm gonna refer back to Coach and Bishop, because I know they haven't said a lot, and I really don't want to take up a lot of time. So I'm gonna refer the question back to them. So what I'm gonna say is this right here. Just to your point, you don't see them as kids anymore. So what I'm saying is when they make these decisions, they got all these people in their corner, family, friends, agents, managers, coaches, whatever you want to say. So when you make a decision to go to this school, it's life. You learn. This is what college is about. You learning how to be an adult. People make bad decisions. Grown people make bad decisions. Grown people, NFL people mess up millions of dollars. We see we see ESPN 360 documents every year about it. It happens all the time. So don't try to make it because of you see an isolated incident about a kid who got messed over. It happens. This life. He should have made a better decision. Everybody, he should have had better people around him. Everybody don't have it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna refer back to Coach and Bishop.
What I'll say is, let's just be honest. Let's use, for example, the kid that's that Michigan wants as their quarterback. He's getting he's subject to get $10.5 million. Okay. Now, just I think a year ago, Rashada was slated for 14. So the thing is, each position is already slotted certain ones, and especially if you're the top of the heat, you're gonna get your share because, like Coach was saying, hey, you have shown your worth, and well, according to high school, you have shown your worth, but it just. I pay that money. I want something in return, but how do we quantify that? And then on top of that, I need to make sure you understand once you get out of college, you better have a CPA, you better have a staff in place.
Benji, do you want a cookie for Texas? Everybody does that in the big boy leagues. Big whoopty shit.
But I gotta cut out, y'all. Big salute, yo.
You're muted there. Hey, you're out of here?
Yeah, I gotta get. I'm at 7%. I've been riding the pine.
All right, bro. Thanks for coming in, Bishop Frank. We appreciate you.
Much love, you guys on the panel. Hey, I love this combo. Y'all keep keeping gumbo like this. Bishop gonna keep coming back because he love to eat.
Hold it down, brother.
Appreciate it. All right. Go ahead, Coach. You were muted there.
Oh no, I got to tell Shorty. I told Jason this a few weeks ago. Is that what you just said is very vital because that's what me and my wife did with my girls. Is that we hired a lawyer and got some things stipulated, and we have power of attorney while they're in school. So when if the grades ain't what they're supposed to be, or if things you ain't supposed to be doing in school, you got to come see me and mom about getting some of that money. And because I want to make sure. I want to make sure that once you get that degree
early on, and so they trust you to be able to do that. Once they turn 18, they don't have to allow that shit.
No,
but Jason, he keep making my point. That's what I'm getting at. No matter what you do, it's not fair across the board. Everybody don't have those standards as a family unit. No matter what you do, I don't care what standards you put in place.
You're right about that.
Hey, Shorty, you are. Hey, look, you are right. Like I told Jason, also there was a kid that kept jumping around, going from this school to this school, trying to get the best bag or the best dollar. And it got to the point to where coaches start seeing that, then they blackball him. Now he can't go nowhere. Nobody wants him because they see him as he just want the money. And if he doesn't come in there and do what he's supposed to do, he's gonna jump ship and go do something else. So my point is, you're absolutely right, man. There needs to be somebody in your account, man, that has the foresight to say this money is not going to always be here.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, well, look at Barry Alexander. This is a perfect example of not having good people in your ear.
Yeah,
you're trying to come back home. And what I'm getting at is it's what I'm getting at. You know, like I said, I speak in metaphors a lot, and sometimes I don't articulate exactly what I want to say. But my whole point of my conversation is, no matter what you're gonna do, they're gonna be imbalances. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like Coach talking about how he would do with his kid. But I come from my mom is a drug addict, and my dad ain't in the house. I ain't got nobody to set up, put nothing in words to say, if I want to come to your school, put it in words and put it in the college fund. I just don't come for that. It ain't nothing you can't buy that for me. I just don't come from that. There's gonna always be imbalances.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So no matter what you do, and I understand you want to put a guideline in, and I'm cool with that. But what I'm saying is, anytime you put guidelines in, it's about control, and the rich only get richer. So don't complain about it. Don't say every time you put a guideline in, you complain about it to get it changed.
What you got to complain about is the adults in the room, the people that are making the rules and shit. That's what you need to complain about, not the players, listen, that's always been. I think that's been the belief of this channel forever. Coach is the same way. I mean, I think that. A lot of times, I always love it when we get people that want to count these fucking players' money for them, right? They want to decide to they spend in the university's money. You know what I mean? Oh, we'll take his damn money away. You know what the hell are you talking about? You don't. That's not for you. And I do want to address this one up here. It is a money game. Let's give a little props to the culture and recruiting BV's brought. Let me just say this. I'm behind BV all the way. Let me ask you a question. What is that doing for everybody at Oklahoma right now? The culture and the recruits. Because right now, they want his ass gone.
Some folk want to sell some souls. See, Jason, that's what I was talking about, Jason. Now you talking what I'll be talking about.
Hey, man, I've seen shit in the last couple of days on Twitter that makes me want to throw up. Brent's wife is in the hospital fighting cancer again, and you got assholes like that. That's why we suck. You know, he talking shit about he needs to go ahead and leave now because since he's obviously don't have his mind on his damn job. These are, I mean, look, this is. It's great to say things like this, and I'm not dogging you, Jacob. I'm not saying that's a you thing. I'm saying it's great that you said something like that. But let's just be real. That's going to get his ass fired. His culture don't have shit to do with it. It's only wins and losses.
Yeah,
it's only wins and losses.
That's what they look at.
Is somebody? So, oh no, his wife is in the hospital.
Yeah, she's got cancer.
Yeah. And somebody concerned. And you think this man really concerned about his job right now?
Man, look,
that man made more than enough money in his lifetime. I promise you, if somebody, I guarantee you, they wouldn't even say that to that man's face. It's stuff like that.
No. I'm not talking about the people. I'm just saying there is a large number of people they've been on this channel a lot lately. There's a few of them. I'm not just going to call them out. But they haven't said this stuff about, well, at least not on my channel. They haven't. I have seen one of the guys that comes in here quite a bit made a comment yesterday on somebody else's channel that I would have kicked his ass out of here for. But I just put it this way: the people that say stupid shit like that, guaranteed every time it's like they don't have their real name. They ain't got their face in there. They standing behind the cloak of anonymity. You can talk
basically coward.
Yeah, of course. We know this is social media.
Oh yeah,
this is social media, right?
Hey,
I mean,
land on business. If I can't say it in your face, I ain't gonna say it at all.
You know what we call people like that? Where I come from, pussy.
I mean, yep.
I mean,
be made. Like, coward and all these
yeah.
Ain't too many Ain't too many Jasons, ain't too many coaches, ain't too many shorties. If I got something, y'all got something to say, y'all gonna say it. We all grown as men first. We all grown as men before we become podcasters and all that. So stand on business.
Yeah,
stand
man.
on business.
Everything is not mutual and exclusive, man. You know,
No.
certain things, you know, you have to just as a, just as a person, you have to have a standard and have a morality clause, and you have to understand where you have to draw the lines. And you can't. Everything is not exclusive and mutual. You can't tie everything into everything. Right. Certain things are just off limits. You need to have a code as a podcaster, and even as a person,
as a man, as a person, as a human. Have a freaking hey man. Hey, here's what I said. You know what? If Oklahoma football is, I mean, if that is your own, I mean, this is what you're saying because Oklahoma football has this much effect on you. Maybe you shouldn't watch Oklahoma football anymore.
Real.
Because that's a toxicity level that ain't good for you.
Trust me, man. This ain't just no Oklahoma thing. This ain't no Texas thing, no Georgia thing, Alabama.
Grinch, why the hell are you in the dark?
Can you see me?
No. We ain't got no camera on.
You know what I'm about to say? How you know I'm laying down, man. And I'm talking to y'all.
He said he don't want.
Man, hold on. You want me to go? You want me to go to my computer?
No, Hey, Britt, I just be forgetting you be on sometimes because I can't see your face, and I just see those two guys. I be forgetting you be there.
Oh yeah, man. My bad, man. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that can't see me, I'm a black man. I'm a 33-year-old black man with a wife and daughter. But no, man, this is a college football problem, man. This is just it's not even no Oklahoma thing, no Texas thing, no Georgia thing. It's people like that because we had that same problem with our Alabama fan base. They do crazy stuff like that, and I'll be like, bro,
shit, yeah, stupid.
I promise you, I'll be wanting to punch him in the face. I'll be like, bro,
it's when alcohol gets into a stupid person's body, the real person comes out.
I think sometimes, I mean, unless you're drinking at 5 a.m, this shit comes out then too.
Hey.
And I know some people do, but I'm just saying some people just suck as humans. That's all there is.
Yeah. And 10 in the morning, cause he have breakfast shows, and you still get some of the same silly shit.
Yeah.
Some people, man, they live for that shit, man. They live to hear themselves be relevant. They love hearing that they're talking about me, even though it is crazy and sick, man. Because I know some guys, man, that will kill people talking bad about their wives and this and that kind of stuff, man.
Man, what you say?
Hey, I'm just
Let me ask you a question here, Stephen Lumpkin. You say if you're getting paid in college, you can't leave the program. You're locked in. Wrong. Let me ask you. You got a job, right? You work.
I was just about to go there.
So if somebody comes along and offers you double the money that you're making,
deuces,
you ain't gonna say, are you? Come on, man. Come on.
I got my money. I was gone.
Jason in the panel, that's kind of my point. Like, why do we want to apply all these constraints to college kids when they don't apply to no other job in the real world?
No.
I'm gonna give you 2 fingers, and you can choose which 2 you want.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get out of here because again, I need to go get me something to eat. I'm gonna poll one last thing because I just love football. I like.
Yeah, we've been going for a while now.
So, I'm gonna poll the last question, and I'm gonna get out of here.
Yep.
Just to pick you guys' brains to help prepare me for my show. So, what would be the most lopsided national championship game based off the predictions we currently have?
What would be the most lopsided what?
Most lopsided national championship game based off the prediction that we currently have.
Oh,
like
if they make it to the championship game or just any
just based off the top 12 teams, where would be the most lopsided? Meaning like the best team against the most worst team based
Indiana
off
versus Ole Miss.
Oh wow. Okay.
Or anybody playing BYU.
Indiana Ole Miss?
I don't know, man.
Here's the thing about BYU, though. They're going to play good defense. They got a really good coach, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Kalani Sitake's the real deal, dude. They were picked to finish last in the Big 12 this year.
I give them that, but
I mean, I'm not saying that I think that they're the best team in the country. I'm just
basing off these top 12. They not stopping
and
nobody.
I'll give you that. And I don't think that they have the weapons to be able to go up against anybody in the SEC. But neither do I think that. And somebody was in here earlier talking about an offensive lineman off of the Ohio State team and how that's going to affect them against Indiana. Let me tell you something. Indiana's going to get the shit kicked out of them this weekend by Ohio State. They are outmanned.
Yeah.
Facts, plain and simple. They may not have the best coach in the country, and I wouldn't tell you that Ryan Day is the best coach in the country. They got more talent than anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
I'm calling for the upset.
Shit out of Indiana.
Who?
I'm sorry. That's just
who?
I'm calling for the upset. I called the matter of fact, Jason, I ain't even get to gloat. I'm glad I'm on your show.
Go ahead.
Because I was on your show.
Go show your face and do it.
Shawty, I'm so sorry because it really is dealing with you. I'm so sorry, brother. But I was on this show 8 months ago, and the shocker around the world, I said Ole Miss was gonna beat Georgia only because I seen what they was doing on the defense. And look what happened.
No. I'm on the record saying that was a trap game. I said that before the season started.
I just ain't want no bad blood between us, brother.
Oh no.
Shawty called that game.
Yeah.
Shawty called that game.
No, I called him out.
He made a whole reel about me. I said, "You lead is right here." I told you. I said it's gonna come back around. I said, "Boy, I can't wait till this game over. I can't wait to gloat about this."
A broken clock is right twice a day, B.
Hey, well, you hearing it here first. Indiana is going to go into the horseshoe and beat Ohio State 28-27 on a last-minute field goal.
No, they're not.
So you got Indiana playing who in the national championship?
All right, we're going.
I'm bull jiving. I'm bull jiving, by the way.
I'm getting ready to say I got an iceberg that I'm gonna sell you.
Look, bro, Indiana's gonna get beat. They haven't played nobody at all this year. They are not ready for what they're about to walk into in the shoe and get the shit kicked. They're gonna get their ass kicked.
If I told you
they beat Michigan by 5, they was like 20-15, bro. Come on.
If I told you tomorrow that grass would turn into cheese, start hustling crackers. But this ain't one of those situations that you need to be listening to me.
Shout out to Trap House.
I don't even know how to take that joke.
When Big Trap tells you it's Easter,
that sounded almost racist. I don't even know what to say. Hey,
oh no, man! My daddy told me that one time.
I don't take none of that shit to heart. No,
I just be talking shit, Brent. No,
man! I said, boy, you are so country for even saying some mess like that.
I think Alabama and Indiana would be the biggest mismatch, in my opinion, of the teams that would make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Say it again. Alabama, who?
Indiana.
They'd be the most lopsided loss,
right? Would that be the most lopsided national championship game?
They won't get to the national championship game, but I agree with you. If it's
that's what I'm saying. Just based off of who we got in the top 12, who were to make it, what would be the most lopsided? Because that's the whole point of the playoffs. Because you expect some team to make it that wouldn't make it.
It's not even about Howard, though. I mean, they don't have to do shit with Howard, and they should beat the shit out of him. I'm just saying, it ain't even really about the quarterback situation. Look, you could not put the ball in the air one time and they beat them by two scores.
Yeah.
It's just that we're talking Jimmy's and Joe's, ladies and gentlemen.
It's going to be an interesting game, though. I can promise you, if that game goes anywhere near that fourth quarter and the game is at least a 7-point game.
Assuming Signetti is going to make me look bad. Okay.
If it's a 7-point game, it's going to get really, really interesting.
If it's a fifth, we all drunk right now.
For real.
But because I mean, look, they haven't had to deal with these kind of guys at all, period. They just haven't.
Man.
If I tell you a duck can pull a truck, then shut up. So guy coming in here, he's trying to throw out here. Well, let's do the trap house booming then. If Big Trap tells you it's Easter, time to color them eggs. Shout out to Big Trap. Yeah. What's up, man? So no, man. Look, I would just say if they lose, it's definitely a coaching thing, and yeah, maybe. Well, I don't see that happening, man. I just don't.
Oh no.
Unless you going
be fired on the
man. Yeah, they would fire his ass. Here's the other thing: you're at the shoe. They could run the damn ball all day.
Yeah.
You know. What's up there, Coach I? All right. I'm about to get out of here myself, fellas. I appreciate everybody coming in. Before we get out of here, though, let everybody know where to find you there. Be sharp. Start with you.
Well, I'm Brinsky Sharp of the Sharpshooters Podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Sharpshooters Podcast on YouTube. Ain't been uploading no content lately. Just been dealing with the family. Ain't nothing serious. Everything good.
All right,
but definitely gonna be picking it back up very, very soon. Ain't nothing serious wrong with family. Also, catch me on Twitter /X at B_Sharp. Definitely be engaging on there, basically trolling a lot of folks. Not for real.
You do that a lot. You do that. I love it.
Not too much, man. I hate seeing dumb stuff, but yeah, y'all can catch me on there.
I don't ever disagree with the stuff you talk shit about. I agree with you. I'm with you on it. So yeah, we good. Hey, I appreciate you coming in, man. It's been a while since we had you on, and I'm glad you bounced in here and talked to us a little bit, man. It was good to do it. Coach Ricks, tell us how to find you, my man. Thank you for coming on today.
No problem, man. You can find me at Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok at Coach Ricks, or on YouTube at Coach Ricks at Coaches Talk. I keep it simple, man, at Coach Ricks and all the social media outlets.
Shawty, they find you everywhere, bro. You always around with.
You know, I'm always stirring up shit, man. So I'm gonna say this, I'm first of all, I'm gonna say this right here to Brinsky. You ain't shit, man. Where you been at, man? I ain't seen you on Saturday Night Snap Count. Get your shit together.
Yeah,
shout out. But Brinsky, but with that being said, I was just talking shit. I appreciate what you said, man. I didn't know you had what was going on. So hopefully all that is well. You know, man, I'm just talking shit, man.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Coach Ricks, same thing to you. I ain't got no invite to your channel, man. What the hell is going on?
I got you, man. I try to keep mine simple, plain. So I got you. Dog.
He said he don't want you to come over there with that controversy, man.
I'm simple and plain.
Hey, I love shit talkers.
hey, Cole, I'm simple and plain. I just generally go off the vibe of what's going on with the show, but I really would appreciate to come on and just, be able to chop it up, just real talk. I'm a shit talker, but just real talk. I just go with the vibe and what it is. So depending on the vibe of your show, you know what I'm saying, I won't take it certain place. You just real talk.
No, man. I just retired coaching a few months ago, so trust me, I got plenty of time now. So
yeah, so appreciate it.
I got you.
Yeah. So shout out to Brinsky, man, and shout out to Coach, and always shout out to Jason, man. Appreciate you for having me on your platform. We about two, maybe 3 years in strong now at this point. So with that being said, man, y'all can find me out sometimes on YouTube, just my damn opinion. I don't know, folks. It really, I'm sporadic, but YouTube, just my damn opinion, man. Appreciate you for having me on, Jason.
Hey, man, always good to have you on, Shawty, man. Appreciate it as always. And hey, we always appreciate everybody for coming in, even the people we booed out of here for saying dumb shit. We appreciate it. But no, man, shout out to Bishop Frank for coming in as well. We enjoy having it was good to have him on here. Everybody in the comment section, Benji, Stephen G, all our folks. Yeah. Hey, look, and definitely cancer sucks, man. There's no two ways around it. I'd love to see that. I mean, look, man, we need to kind of keep this in perspective. This is not very often as Oklahoma fans that you have a season like this. It happened. It does not mean that everything. I mean, shit, man. You got to keep your senses about you, folks. Keep your senses about you. It's football. It's football.
And it's all subjective at the end of the day, man. Nobody knows, man. It's all subjective, man. So don't take it personally. It's just subjective.
Hey, you know, we always been told, man, when shit goes crazy and things go bad, there's a blessing coming around the corner, man. So trust me, I think OU's gonna have it better next year, man.
Absolutely.
To your country, roller coaster. It's up and down, man.
There you go.
Steven, to answer your question, when you get drafted to the NFL, and aren't you locked in on a contract? Well, kind of.
Rookie contract.
No, ain't no NFL
contract.
contracts are the most contracts are not guaranteed. See, that's what I be talking about. That's why I can't have these conversations.
Let me finish. I was gonna tell
it's
him
not locked in, but you are under contract, but it's not
really locked in. But here's the NIL has nothing to do with that shit. The NIL is name, image, and likeness, which is what you do. You're either promoting their company or maybe you're not, but that has jack shit to do with the rest of it. Listen, I'm just going to say this one last time. This is where it's at. It ain't about players. This is about greedy ass alumni and universities and coaches.
That's it.
It ain't about the damn athletes. Stop making it about the athletes. Because
you know what, Jason, something that maybe can help maybe people understand it in a sense. It's like that's just like when coaches they have their contracts to coach. Their NIL like when they go do contracts for like Ford, they get trucks, they get a different payment for all these other that's like their NIL. So when you think about a player has a scholarship. That's their contract. But anything they can make off their own name and likeness outside of that, that's what NIL is.
I got you, Shorty. I got you. I had a paying job at a university, at a high school. Better get me right, high school. But I was doing side work, clinics, 7-on-7s and all that. All that money and everything was going in my pocket because that was money that I was putting forward to do all that.
Right.
So I ain't got to tell nobody about that except for the damn government.
Right.
They want their cut, but other than that, anything I'll make on the side, that's mine. So it's the same damn thing.
As a college athlete, though, you can't always get away with shit like that, though.
No.
Well, it's a separation in the two.
For having, yeah. Right. Look, it is what it is. All I'm trying to say is NIL ain't collectives, though. No, you're not wrong about that, Coach I. But that's the whole point. This is a problem that was introduced by the adults in the room, by the people that actually run the damn shit. It wasn't something. There ain't a single rule that has been made by one of these athletes. Not a single one. Not one. So we can sit here and argue and bitch and complain about what they get away with and all that stuff, but they didn't make none of these rules. They're just playing by them.
Now, that's facts. That's
so
facts.
It is what it is. All right, guys, I appreciate everybody coming in. Again, we're going to argue about some of this shit, and it is what it is, and I love everybody. I love bringing it up and having these conversations because at least it's something worth talking about, you know?
Iron sharpens iron, baby.
Absolutely.
Hey, Shorty, I just subscribed to your channel, man. So I'm gonna set you some stuff up, man, and send you an invite and link and stuff to the page.
Everybody should thank Ed O'Bannon for going to court for them. Yeah,
for sure.
Oh yeah,
Ed O'Bannon.
You better put the great. You better put the great at the beginning.
Hey man, I know Ed. He lives in Vegas, man. I've seen. He's always at games and shit like that. That dude was a goat too. He was a badass, right?
Yeah.
A badass. All right. Folks, again, thanks a lot for coming in. Make sure if you didn't already hit that like button, man, come on. Hit the like button for us. Make sure you get in there and do that. That's as big as anything. Get over here and subscribe to these fellas' shows. Coach I's in there as well, along with Sooner Legend podcast. Make sure you get over there and check them out as well. We'll be back here. I'll be back here in the morning for Rise and Shine College Football. It's at 10:30 Eastern time right here on this channel. We're also, you can find me as well on Twitter at HOF-CFB. Thanks a lot again. Throw them down, and we'll see you on the next one.